That's what people love to see.
Yeah.
Whole communities built around just seeing live streams mess up.
Well, hey there, folks. Sorry about that little adventure. Don't know what or why, but when Windows decides that, you know what? I just don't feel like doing anything with sound today. You're kind of at the mercy of Windows, so there you go.
Yeah, must be nice weather where Windows is.
Thank you for your patience.
So they just decided to take time off.
Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking through that little difficulty. And since we weren't really anywhere yet, let's just take it from the top because no one heard anything we said about the sponsors that paid us to say things.
And it's recording.
Good. Everything is going as it should now.
We did it.
Okay.
Execute.
So should I turn off my computer now? Is that...
No. You should kick.
No one touch anything right now.
Kick your power strip and
Just
see what breaks.
Pour water on your computer.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to have way too many fucking technical problems. That's
One
what it
thing.
means.
Look, we're on. We can say
It was
one
only
thing.
one technical problem that cascaded wildly.
Yeah, just one horrible thing that made everything sound awful. Yeah, we play Dungeons and Dragons. We do stuff on this channel.
Alexis no longer gives any fucks.
The
This is
intro,
the zero fucks given episode everyone
the drama,
enjoy.
it's all blown. Nothing matters anymore. So
Yeah, but who you at the table with?
Yes.
I'm
who
at
are
the
we?
table
Who are
with.
we?
Go
I'm
ahead.
David Schultz playing Dromar the Goblin Rogue.
I'm David Wong. I play 9C Tabaxi Bard.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Sorian Sul, the Changeling Druid.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulseth Ralph, the Furbog Fighter.
And I'm Alexis Bates, the dungeon mistress, tech guru, and the person who just doesn't want to deal with Windows' bullshit sound problems anymore. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons on this Sunday afternoon. Dice and Dungeons is what you're watching, and we film before a live studio cat. We've got a couple of announcements today.
You're sticking to that.
I'm sticking to that joke. I put that joke in and nobody got to hear it. And they're going to hear it, damn it.
That's right.
We got a couple announcements today. First one up, take it away, David Schultz.
Thank you, Alexis. Well, if it pleases the audience and the live studio cat, I'd like to tell you all about one of our sponsors today, which is Calling All Knights. Time is almost up. Get in on this new 2 to 5 player card game before it's too late. Calling All Knights is a 2 to 5 player trick-taking card game for the whole family, featuring over 60 unique knight characters and creatures. Now in its final days on Kickstarter, pledge now for your last chance to make sure the game is funded, and maybe even pick up an art book featuring all of the crazy characters. See it now at kickstarter.com/projects/Cali Pigeon /calling-all-knights. And as always, we will put that link into the Twitch chat as well as the show notes on YouTube and our podcast. So thank you, Calling All Knights. We appreciate your sponsorship.
And I did look just now. It looks like a couple people backed between our first glitchy ad read and this one.
Oh, wonderful. Hopefully we had something to do with that.
We are so good at
time now.
advertising.
We'll take credit.
Even when you
That's
can't
right.
understand what we're saying, you still buy the stuff that we're telling you to. That's how
That's
good we
right.
are.
It was all telepathic. They could just read our energy. And they were like, oh,
That's right.
this
Oh,
game's
yeah.
great. I better buy it. Here, let me throw money at it.
So
But it
if
is
you
great,
haven't,
and you should buy it.
yes.
Yes.
You should throw money at it.
Yes.
Because who doesn't need another board game? I mean, I love them. I love playing board
yeah.
games.
Yeah, board games are fantastic. And once, people can actually get together in person again, you're going to want to play some really good board games.
Yep.
And this will be one of them.
Yes, indeed. So thank you again, Cali Pigeon Games and Calling All Knights for sponsoring us this week. Wish you luck on that final stretch until the end of your Kickstarter. I'm sure you'll make it.
Yeah, they're very, very close. So I'm sure that they'll make it, and hopefully with all of your help, they will definitely make it here pretty soon.
Of course. I am back talking about our continuing sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa, meeting all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. They take online orders and ship straight to your home. So if you're thinking about picking up a new rule set, maybe some magic cards, possibly reserving a copy of the Ravenloft expansion set that's coming out for D&D's 5th edition. Don't know if they have any of the alternate art covers left. I think our stream's been turning a few people on to it because they've been going through those alternate art covers more quickly than they were before. It is a cool alternate art cover. Head on over there, reserve your copy. Use this URL, geekified.us/discount/dice and dungeons to get 5% off of your first purchase. Using that link also helps the show out a little bit and shows some support for us. So if there's anything you're thinking about buying for yourself, maybe your friend, possibly a random person on the street, because you know what? If someone came up to me and was like, here, have magic cards, I'd look really suspiciously at them and then go, sweet.
Yeah.
And we have to get Ravenloft so we can mod it into a Twilight role-playing game.
No.
I'm out.
Well, now I know what I'm going to be building out for those special event days.
No.
Greg's out too.
It's just going to be me, David Wong, and Nicole playing Twilight, the role-playing
And
game.
David Wong will be forced to be there.
Fine,
pretty
but
much.
Nice is just gonna be a werewolf.
He'll be exactly the same, except he'll
Except
say,
weird.
I'm a werewolf now.
And put like a little dog
Oh, no,
mask
what's
on
happened to my
over
shirt?
his cat face.
Oh, okay. Technical issues over, I
Yes.
hope. There's some wood. Let's
is
get
wood.
on with the show. Dungeoneers, let's roll. And welcome back, everyone, to a hopefully glitch-free rest of our show.
I'm actually getting a note from Twitch chat that everyone's phones are lighting on fire all of a sudden. So.
They all
Yeah,
turned
we
into
turned them all
that.
into Samsung Galaxy Note 7s. Please don't sue
We
us.
just
Ken.
lost another potential sponsor of that one.
Reminding everyone that those phones did actually catch on fire. There is no allegedly about this. Last week, our
yes.
heroes, which were far less technical difficulty, spent even more hours sloshing their way through the sewers of Nordfeld. Their soggy adventuring brought them to the remnants of a very eerie tunnel and the site of a grisly ritual where someone had clearly lost their life. But also to the Thieves Guild of the city, where they took a handsome pile of cash and were in the middle of some renovations when they decided perhaps they should get back to their original goal. We return to the action where our party is getting even closer to the target access point to the mysterious warehouse.
I think we're getting close to our target access point to the mysterious warehouse, guys.
I certainly hope we are getting closer.
It's the
Why does
target.
my butt hurt?
I give up. You guys are hopeless.
End of stream.
Let us continue down this tunnel.
To remind you all, after leaving the Thieves Guild room, you had gone back to the three-way Y intersection crossroads, and then headed down the southwestern direction that Y split into. Nearing the entrance to another room is where you left off. And that room, you can hear the sounds of skittering, clacking.
Yes.
Was it skittering and clacking?
Like things clacking on to other things. It's not quite like,
Is it more like the spiders or the rats that we heard?
what spiders?
The clicking noises near the spider webs that we found.
That was just a bunch of tourists taking pictures.
It was just photographs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like claws running over a surface of things or tapping
It
on
sounds
things.
like nines.
Yes.
Nines doesn't run.
So, Dromar,
True. Yes, old Seth?
do you want to sneak in, or shall we just proceed into the skittering, scurrying room?
I could sneak ahead and see what I can see, and hopefully not die a terrible death.
Thank you. I will come behind you at a respectful distance and attempt to assist you should you have a problem.
Maybe you should stay back, Set. The whole sneaking thing might not work as well with you behind me. I'm just saying, you're good at many things, Seth, but sneaking isn't always one of them.
Oh, this is sometimes true. Okay. Scream if you need help.
Yeah, screech really
Yeah,
loud
sleep.
and say, "Oh God, I'm dying."
Yeah.
I'll give you guidance for the next.
Thank you, sorry. Here, Seth, do you want to have my lantern again? In fact,
Yes,
you
I will
can just
hold
hold
your-
on to it for a while if you want to.
Yes, thank you. I will hold the lantern.
Thank you. Dromar will stealthily make his way towards the terrible noises that are probably all of Nines' cousins having some sort of unholy family reunion.
I don't think we'd have a family reunion in a sewer. I don't know. I haven't seen my family in years. But
Yeah.
But that's why. It's because they're having all their family reunions in sewers. They're like, we know
avoid.
Nines won't come here, and we don't want him at the family
He
reunion.
doesn't wear shoes, so he wouldn't
Yeah.
go in the sewers.
All right,
He
go
doesn't
ahead.
even have real pants anymore.
Roll a stealth check.
All right. Well, that's not great, but I do have guidance. Okay. That's going to be a 10 plus 9, so 19.
All right. As you around the nearest corner, because this, like the other room where the Thieves Guild was, this sort of intersects the outer wall at a diagonal of about 30 degrees. So, around the outside corner, the more shallow turn, you're peering around, looking this way and that. You see, on the north side of the room, sort of on the far wall corner, a tunnel leading northward. Based on the distance that you've traveled and your general sense of direction, you're pretty sure that tunnel would lead straight back up to the Thieves Guild room, or at least in that direction. The room that you see in front of you stretches southward for quite some ways. It's a huge spillway into the sluices. There's lots of drains, not quite as forceful as the area where you encountered the 4 little oozes and all of the refuse piled up. It's not quite as quick moving as that, but there is a lot of water coming into this room and just spilling out into the sluices and then running down the sewer drains. But it's not a whole lot of distinguishing characteristics, so where you're standing, just at this wall, you can barely see the other side of the room, and you can't see the far southern end.
I'm gonna take out my spyglass and see if that helps me see the far side of the room.
All right. Again, going with the weird physics rules around dark vision here.
Yeah.
You're with the spyglass. You're able to see the other end of the room. I want you to make a perception check here.
Okie dokie. That is a 16.
All right. As you peer down towards the far southern end of the room with your spyglass, you see just a couple of flashes. It's a little hard to make out. It's kind of dim down there, on the very edge of what you can make out clearly. But they look to be pretty large, mangy looking. Like they have, like, I mean that literally. Like they might have mange. Rats.
It is Nines' family.
You just say that really loud.
Yeah, say it really loud.
That's in Dromar's head.
Did you think it very loudly?
I thought it so loudly. I was like screaming it inside my head.
That's what you see. You see what looks to be rats that probably have some sort of disease. They're missing hair on different parts of their body. Their tails look like they have some sores and blisters on them, running down the far southern exit from this room.
They're going to the exit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Going into that exit and down sluice tunnel.
I will make my way back toward the party, stealthily, with a stealth check of 25. And
You don't really seem to alert anybody.
sounds good. Once I get up to the party, I will say, "I'm back."
Oh, ooh, that was sneaky. Whoa.
Wow.
I know, I'm very sneaky. Always watch out for Dromar. Well, there's a room over there, kind of like the one we saw before with the fast sluiceway, but not quite as fast. And there were a couple of mangy rats in there, going towards another exit. But you know, that's what I saw.
Let's go for the rats then.
Yeah, I mean, if my map drawing is correct, we kind of have to go that way, so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, you know, I didn't want to fight the two rats on my own because they'd probably just kill me. So I figured I'd come back here and we could take them on together.
That was very wise.
I have my moments. You know, I like living. As much
It's one of
as
your
much
defining
as
characteristics.
yes.
Shall we get in line again?
Maybe since we know what's up ahead, why don't we have Ulseth go in front?
That sounds like a good idea. He's the strongest of us for sure.
Yeah, you're far and away the least likely to die.
Yes, and definitely has highest AC.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Okay,
Why
I'll
don't
go.
I go second?
Yes, you could sneak up behind me if there are enemies.
Yeah, and then Nines should probably be in the back, because he doesn't really hit things anyway. He just
Yells
taunts
at
them and
them.
kills them with his words.
Yes, because that's bard. That's
so
what we
go.
do.
He kills them softly with his words.
Yeah, well, not that softly. He's usually yelling at them that
Pretty
they
brutal.
suck.
So we go Ulseth,
You
Dromar,
tell me to
myself.
not kill them. That's what I do.
Yeah, no, you
I'm
did a
the
very
only one
good
who
job
caught
of it.
I know. Is everybody too young or what?
Yes.
Killing them softly with his words.
Is it a song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Telling my whole life. Whatever.
yeah, I know the song.
Let's
Yeah.
execute. Execute.
I got what you were saying.
Execute.
We're so fucking professional.
Yes, indeed.
You head down the long sluiceway. This one trails on for several hundred meters.
I'm still carrying the lantern so I can see something.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And you see little signs of scratches on the wall here and there. Now that you're sort of paying attention, aren't sure if you've been seeing these the whole time or not.
Are these little signs or little scratches?
Do they look like beaver teeth?
Little scratches.
Like before?
Are
These
there any little signs that say Thieves Guild?
Yeah, there's just
have
like
one.
tons of little signs.
you guys don't see little signs. You see little scratches.
The
Tiny
little
secret
signs all
whispers.
have arrows. They're like, Thieves Guild, this way. And they light up in neon and they flash.
No cops.
Yeah.
We're still walking while we do this.
We're whispering too, because I assume we're stealthing.
There's
Yes.
one sign that says, if you're a cop, you legally have to tell us.
So we are sneaking. Are we?
As much as we can.
Go ahead and
With a
all of you
lantern.
make a stealth check.
Guidance.
I don't think we need to sneak, but okay.
But we could catch them off guard, maybe.
That's
Maybe.
true.
Yes, the rats might be putting guards up to warn people.
Yeah. 18.
15.
10.
Nines?
I gave you
I got
guidance.
an
I
11.
know.
Oh.
Okay. You're not being maybe as quiet as you thought you would be, but
This is why I didn't want you stealthing with me, Sam.
I understand.
you're doing a reasonable enough job considering all the water you're sloshing through.
And the lantern I'm holding.
Yeah, you're doing a reasonable job.
And you're still carrying those 3 tree limbs for some reason.
Wow, that is a throwback. So
That was pre-stream ridiculousness, everybody.
you eventually
They were not
reach-
ridiculous. They were very good tree branches.
You eventually reach
trying to
a
fight
bend in the
with 3
sluice.
giant tree branches
All right.
while
Okay.
invisible.
Okay, bring it back.
Yes.
You eventually reach a bend in the sluiceway, and it takes you, you'd figure about 90 degrees to your left, which means eastward. And it heads down further, and you can't see the end of this. It goes out of sight before your lantern illuminates fully.
Well, that looks like the right direction for if the numbering system is following any sort of order.
Which it seems to be.
Yeah.
Well, I keep walking.
Yeah. We will continue sneaking.
More slightly sneaky.
Okay.
Slightly sneakily.
You keep going further down, now eastward, and after about 100 meters or so, you enter a room that has a T-junction sluiceway and several drains spilling into it. Got a ladder on the far southern wall, which is to your right as you enter. And it continues on, like I said, it's a T-junction across to the other side.
There is a ladder here. Perhaps it
See
is.
what it says.
I'm going to look around the room. Do I see any rats?
Make a perception check.
With guidance. A great roll, 18.
Not bad. So you look around, and you don't see any rats. You do, however, see clear signs of rats. There's a couple of nests, piles of rubbish. You see little bits of like straw and hay and clothes and things all piled up in corners of the room, and even some into one of the drains that's spilling out into the sluice. So you don't see any rats, but you see the signs of them.
They're teenage rats. They're leaving their clothes everywhere. Dromar's gonna go over to the ladder and look at the numbering.
All right. As you enter the room, are you going in by yourself?
Maybe go with him also.
Yeah, I was just gonna start
I'll-
walking over by myself.
Yeah, I'll walk behind you at a disrespectful distance.
At a disrespectful distance.
Yes.
Dang, this is very out of
Also,
character.
I'm being,
saucy.
well, I'm being close and walking close to you to protect
So
you.
that's like right behind me.
Okay, so
I
the
think you're
two,
going to die.
so the two of you are going in together.
I'm gonna hang back by the entrance to the room.
Yes, we're going in together.
As you
Seems that way.
get about 15, 20 feet or so into the room, getting close to the ladder, you see on the ladder 75 dash, and then as you're reading this label, out of these piles and out of the drains and things, you start to hear scratching, and then you hear a horrible noise.
That was a
God, that's a
horrible
horrible
noise.
noise.
It's a nice family reunion.
And you have found yourself in combat with a whole bunch of rats. So the two in the room can roll initiative. The two outside of the room can roll initiative if you want to at this point.
I feel like
Or
I
you
should.
can join at the end of the track later.
I feel like I should. Well, if we don't join, then they won't attack us, right?
Yes, that's how it works.
So I'm thinking. I'll wait till the end, actually.
Would you mind putting Dromar and Nines kind of near number 3 there?
Jomar and also.
Or sorry, Dromar and Ulsa, thank you.
If you want to put 9s there, I guess that would be okay.
like that?
Yep.
Man,
And the
nines.
Other
People
two
just
are
don't know
off
who
to
you
that
are.
side down there, yeah. So, Dromar, you said you
this
had
is not my
a
family.
22 initiative.
Yes.
Nines?
Or I'd be trying to kill them.
What'd you have?
I'm really not 9s.
No, I'm asking Nines if you
Oh,
rolled
it is-
initiative.
oh,
Yeah,
Nines.
I rolled into initiative. I hate rats.
Yeah, I rolled initiative badly.
What'd you roll?
16.
16.
David Long works for the Mafia. He hates rats.
Ulsa, what'd you have?
17.
And Soria?
3.
It's a good thing you were wanting to wait till the end.
Yeah, I
Okay.
successfully waited till the end.
Alrighty. Dromar, you are up first.
Yeah, Dromar's the greatest. Do I see this rat that hissed terribly at us?
It kind of came from all of them, so they all made some horrible noise, but you can see the rat that is just to your right. Like, that's very
Okay.
visible, and you're also aware of the rats over to your left.
I will. Let's see. So how am I right next to the rat?
Yeah, you are right
Okay.
next to the
I
rat.
couldn't quite tell. And Ulsa's next to me. Would I get sneak attack then? Because we're both within melee combat range?
You have to be flanking for
Well,
that to work, usually.
I don't. Well, no, if Ulsa's in range, though, but he's not, is the problem.
You're both like 5 feet away at the moment, so each of you have to
Okay.
make a movement towards that rat.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's so.
Yeah.
Oh, so I would have to move.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you were asking.
No, that's okay. I will go up to the rat and I will try to shank it
Tabaxi
with
God.
Tabaxi God. Tabaxi God, kill all the
I
rats.
wasn't
Killing the
saying
rats!
that it's
Kill the rats!
for a live studio cat. There's the cat.
Attracted by the rats.
I will make a sacrifice to the Tabaxi God and I will walk up to the rat and try to shank it with my short sword of loyalty.
Do you want to just take 5 feet and go right up to it?
Yeah, for
now.
for now, that's what I'll do. I may move more depending on if I kill it or not. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah, take this, you stupid rat. Oh, that's not great. That's a 6 damage. I
Okay.
assume that doesn't kill it.
As you swing your short sword into its flesh, it screeches out and winces back, but still seems to be bouncing.
Well, Dromar is gonna just right back at it and swing at it with the other sword. And Dromar is just stabbing it right now. By the way, he's not. Since these aren't humanoids, he's not
These
trying
rats.
to swat at him. He's just
rats were pressed into service.
the rats were pressed in the service. By whom? And in the service
Rat
of
King.
what? The Rat King. That's gonna be a 17.
That also hits.
Stab! 3 damage.
In your vicious flurry of piercing blows, you take your offhanded short sword and stab it right into its eye socket, and it falls over limp.
Yeah, take that, you stupid rat! I don't care if you were pressed in the service.
Hi, Tesla. Hello.
And how far away is the next nearest rat to me?
The next nearest rat is...
Did this rat die?
Yes.
Sorry, I was stealing.
The next nearest rat,
That
which
was
is
a
the
squishy
green base one, is about, looks like about 20 feet from you.
Okay, I
15
will
maybe?
move
20.
to the other side of that rat then.
Like
Like
that?
there?
Is that?
Yeah, well now I'm in between two rats.
Yeah. Yeah, like there.
Or maybe like on the side closest, furthest away from you, maybe the opposite side of that. Yeah, like there. And that way Will Seth can gain flanking if he comes up. Cool. That will be my turn. I will run up to that rat and then I'll go and then I will end my turn.
All right. That brings up the first giant rat's turn. And then after this, Ulseth, you're up, so you're on deck next. If you wouldn't mind moving number 5 behind and thus flanking our friend Dromar.
No, stupid rat, stop flanking me! The sewer has been destroyed by the Tabaxi god.
The Tabaxi god decided that it was time to run now.
It has the zoomies.
Hey, yes.
Does that mean
before
we're
I started
all-
the stream, I advertised we had cats. I wasn't joking.
Does that mean
Yeah.
we're all affected with haste for the rest of this battle?
Yes, the
Oh my
Tabaxi
God.
god has seen fit to bless us.
No, it does not. What is your AC, Drummer?
17.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna break your armor here
No,
Now
don't
you have to
break
buy
my
new armor.
and do 5 points of damage.
Ooh, Dromar's not feeling great today.
And you're gonna need to get like 10 shots.
I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Against.
And against
Rabies.
tetanus, rabies, mange, the whole list.
Oh dear, that's terrible. 5. I rolled a 5.
Oh no.
Okay.
Total 5.
You have a disease. You don't quite know what yet.
Damn,
But you
Am I gonna start foaming at the mouth?
you feel not so great.
No, we're going to have to put Dromar down.
We'll say that is your turn. 9's you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to use, what a surprise, speech of beast and leaf at this point.
All right.
Are you using the leaf mode on that?
I am using the.
Beast and Leaf are my favorite Pokemon games.
I'm going to ask them to leave. Yes. Be like a tree and leaf.
That's right.
You who are rats.
Surrender now. Your Rat King betrayed you.
That really trailed off. You who are rats.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You who are rats. We mean you no harm, but you must leave us alone. If you will not leave, at least I ask that you leave the green one and come to me.
They all look up at you and have sort of a surprised look on their face. It's as surprised as a rat can look. You know, whatever that just. And they
Very
all,
surprised.
in unison-ish, kind of go. And that's all you get
I
for
do
them
that
all.
at the same time too. I go,
Yeah. I move to flank the one that hasn't attacked. I guess that's the green.
The green base.
Like that.
Yes. And
Dromar's gonna start anamorphing into a rat soon.
That's right. Just punching over. He starts growing fur.
Zoria,
Yeah?
must we use non-lethal damage on these?
No, kill it.
Okay. I raise Katiralar. My main hand. 21.
That hits, so go ahead and roll for damage.
I will do that. And I do
You do technically have advantage on that, I forgot to tell you. Because you're flanking. You have advantage on your attack roll. So you can try again for a
oh
critical.
well, I might get a crit. Yep.
Alright.
So I attack and I get 6 damage.
Alright. You swing in with your main hand and gouge deeply into its sort of spotted, mottled fur coat. and take a big gash out of it. It screeches out in pain. But
As
it
you
still
hit
stands.
Dromar's rat brother, he's gonna go.
And then I raise a Lashalar. That would be 14.
That also hits, so go ahead and roll for damage.
That does 7 damage.
Your offhand
How
always
is it
does
that
more
your
damage.
offhand, which is a full die size, 2 die sizes smaller, always does
Consistently.
more damage than your main hand?
Because he
I don't
rolls
know
it
how you-
1 or 2 every time on his D8.
The D8 only goes up to 3.
I have no idea how you manage this. It's
I don't
amazing.
know. There's like 3 1s, 3 2s.
So as you
And 2
swing your
threes.
offhand, your Alashalar at it, you have to kind of reach down because this is, it's a arm blade essentially. You reach down and you kind of end up catching it on its jaw and punching it and knocking it like clear over against the wall, and it just slides limply to the ground.
There's medicines for that.
You're going to need a lot of medicine.
The wall.
No, for
there-
the limpness.
Is there anything else you want to do on your
I think
turn?
you have 5 feet
You
of
have
movement.
a little movement left.
I'll move diagonally between Dromar and number 1.
And then he'll take out the last bit of his pretzel and have a pretzel day.
That is not a bad idea.
All right, Nines, you're up.
I walk in the room and just I get out of the. Put me up like 2 spaces higher.
Into the room like that.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
Is there quick perception? Is there a rat that's bigger than the rest, or are they all kind of the same size?
More or less, they're the same size. I mean, there's some size variation. They're not clones, but they all look to be basically the same.
Oh no, they're cloning rats. Do any of them have a crown?
The blue one, the blue base one in the corner there, that one, that looks sickly. That's the one, that one sort of stands out from the rest. It looks sickly. You see little boils on its skin and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the one that Dromar is fighting.
Mhm.
Soria! I can't tell. They look exactly alike. Which one is Dromar, and which one should I attack?
Are you attacking Dromar with your vicious mockery?
I want to avoid Dromar.
The one in the sluice is the rat.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on that one. Rat! You look just like Dromar!
I knew that's what you were gonna say. I was positive.
All right, which one were you targeting?
The yellow,
the yellow one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. What's the DC on
It's a
that?
14 D6 wisdom save.
Yeah, it does not make it. It doesn't
No
have the
one can
highest
survive
wisdom.
being told they
Max
look like
damage.
Dromer.
I don't know how you pull it off, but you manage to insult rats fairly consistently.
And inanimate globules of goo.
Rats have very deep-seated senses of self-worth and hate being insulted.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Damage.
Well, I'm
It
one
takes
of them
4
now.
damage, and it has disadvantage on its next saving throw, even though Soria's gonna kill it.
All
Maybe.
right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that should do it.
Okay. Soria, you are on deck.
Oh.
It is now
Uh-oh.
number 2, that blue one there. And it's going to charge towards Ulseth. And Ulseth, what's your AC?
15.
Okay. This one jumps up at you, kind of in this flying attack, and manages to grab onto your arm, biting you. And deals 3 damage.
Get off of my arm.
And I need you to make Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
And we already know you have to roll higher
Then
than a 5.
Some real
to not become an
deductions
animal.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. 7.
That's higher than a 5.
Yes.
New threshold check.
That's what's that was a 1 plus 6.
Oh, so
Wow.
you just failed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of medicine checks there.
I actually rolled higher than you on the die. I rolled a 4. I just only get a +1 to Constitution.
Yeah, I get a +6, and I roll a 7.
Okay,
Yep, we're great at
so
this.
you two now feel ill. There's like an immediate reaction, and this wound is not feeling like you've been cut and bit before, and you know what that feels like. This feels worse.
I'm gonna sense that Ulseth is now my brother, and I'm gonna look over at him and go,
And I go,
All right,
we have weird rat poison in us.
"That's right."
I think we're making to run
It's
away
your turn.
after this encounter.
I'm going to move here, actually.
Why are these rats the most dangerous things we've ever run into?
Yeah, for real. We fought like a troll and bandits and oozes and all kinds of stuff, and these rats are killing us.
Going to shout
These
out,
rats are killing us.
Ratmar, prepare to strike at it. And I'll use my Thorn Whip, extending the vine I have outwards at number 5.
okay,
That is a 21 to hit.
it does hit.
It does 4 damage
Okay.
and drags it 10 feet this way.
As you grab onto it with your vine whip, you see it lash around its throat this time, and you pull, and the vine wraps itself around, and you hear this sickening as you snap the rat's neck. And when you pull it back, it doesn't just stop at 10 feet. It keeps going and like flies past your head.
These rats
Great
have
job on
interesting
easily
physics.
breaking its neck.
These rats are like Half-Life gone wrong. The bodies are just like ragdolling everywhere.
You guys keep hitting it on like pretty significant damage rolls,
Yeah.
and
That was very much not
you go.
non-lethal
Never mind,
damage.
Ratmar. I got it.
all right, it's now number 1 there, the white's turn, and it's gonna move in also towards Ulseth. That is a critical.
Ulseth
It did
Ralph
roll
murdered
the
by
other
a
2
rat.
like Ulseth, so you take 2 points of damage.
I rolled a 1.
Now, it rolled 1 twice.
Nice.
It's
Does he need to make another Constitution check, or is it?
not on this one, no.
There's probably only like 2 rats that actually had disease,
This means
and
that
you
you
guys
are
got
now
lucky.
Up Dromar with Ulseth on deck.
Ulseth, feeling his ratness take over, is going to attack Soria and Nines. No, not really. Let's see. So there's 2 rats left.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Maybe go for the diseased one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the diseased one,
You can flank.
and yeah, perfect. Thank you.
That means you have advantage?
Yeah, buddy. This is how Dromar rolls. Literally.
Poorly.
Well, one of those is okay. So that's gonna be a 22.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah, extra D6 for sneak attack. Those are both 1s, so 7 damage. I'll add. Are these bigger than me?
No.
They're probably
Oh, then I can't
they're
take 3 of the
still
small. Never mind.
a little smaller than you are. How much damage did you say? 7?
7, yeah.
Okay. As you stab your first blade into it, it goes right through its torso, and it squeals out in this little like, and as you pull your blade back out, it just drops limp to the ground.
In that case, I will angrily run up to the second rat, or the final rat.
How much movement does he have?
He's got enough to get there.
But can
Yeah.
he get around to the other side?
You could make it to behind its like left flank there,
Oh, wow.
and if you drew a line, I'm gonna say you can flank it in this situation.
Huzzah! Flankings
Very
for the
gen-
win.
Very generous to our diseased.
Ooh. Yes, thank you, Alexis. One of those is a nat 20.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And this is on not the usual die. This is on my special gemstone die that my good friend Robert gave me.
Your special weighted die from.
Yes. All right. Well, cool. So I'm gonna roll better. 8 damage this time.
Okay. As you take your blade and stab it into this rat, how do you want it to end?
So I'm gonna take my offhand blade, which is the blade that's been partly corroded by the oozes, so it's probably all like jagged and terrible looking, and I'm just gonna hiss and go and I'm gonna bring it down and chop the rat's head off right on the back of the neck.
It's gonna need some shots after being stabbed with that blade.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna name this blade Tetanus.
It's a pretty good name for it.
Yes, I will also be throwing this blade out pretty soon.
You do all that, and the rat is now dead.
Huzzah!
Oh yeah, is it just me or is Dromar a lot more sociable now?
I'm gonna
run up to Nines and just like grab his shoulder, or I can't reach his shoulder. I'm gonna like grab his like one of his love handles and just start like gnawing on him.
Stop that!
I would like to try a medicine check to determine what is wrong with Dromar.
And Ulset.
You're not acting as weird right now.
That was bitten
You
a turn
determine
later.
that that's just how Dromar is.
All right. You run up to them, and you're making a medicine check on them. You said?
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
With guidance.
Yep.
Not bad. 25.
So this is a disease that you've seen before, and you recognize it. I mean, this kind of bite happens in your area of the Fervent Wilds with some regularity, and it's kind of like mange. It basically, starts breaking down the blood and making it so, like, if they get hurt, they can't heal, and it slowly just makes the blood unusable. You know that this disease is fatal if not treated.
Do I know how to treat it?
You do know how to treat it. I don't believe you have access to any of the necessary medicines with you, but you know your inventory better than I do.
I have an herbalism kit. I guess it depends on what it is that...
I have an antitoxin. I don't know if that would work.
Well, it's a disease, not a toxin.
Okay.
So it's not like a poison.
Makes sense.
I have my herbalism kit, but I also have a magical pouch that lets me pull out anything that's considered a food seasoning from it. So if there's any sort of herb that has curative properties, but is also considered a food seasoning, I could technically pull it out from this pouch.
The herbs that are used to treat this are not considered food.
Okay.
Would a potion of healing work?
Why don't... Well, I mean, one of you can make a medicine check to see if you would understand how that works.
I'll do it. I have good medicine. So.
Yeah.
Guidance. 27.
As Dromar poses the question about what good a healing potion might do, you think about it for a second and come to understand, it would heal the lost hit points. It would, make you feel better, but it would not ultimately cure the disease.
Okay, so if I'll have to go to like an herbalist shop and find
You need to seek proper treatment, which you know how to do, but you don't have the supplies.
Maybe they have medical supplies at the guild house, at the Mercy Company house.
Oh, bad. that?
Jomar's gonna look through his bag and just start asking about different things. What about this bag of sand? Would that help?
Why don't
Oh,
you try?
it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Try putting it down your
I'll
under.
just drink the bag of sand. It's
There you
like
go.
a cinnamon challenge, you know.
Why do you have a bag of sand?
for thief stuff.
Like replacing an idol on a stand.
Sure, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that would definitely always work.
Yeah,
and
always
not
does.
cause boulders to come and kill you. How about this grappling hook? I just start hitting myself in the head with a grappling
It
hook.
would work in one way. You wouldn't die from the disease.
I like it. Dromar will
Take for
eat.
disease to actually kill them.
Probably like a couple weeks of horrible pain.
We should just move on. We'll fix
Maybe.
it eventually.
Yeah, you know that because you've seen this disease, you know that he's not going to be able to game mechanically recover hit points until the disease is cured.
From resting and stuff.
Yeah, it has to be through magical means, which is why you knew
The healing
that
potion.
healing potion would work. And you, sorry, are also pretty sure that a good berry, given that it is a magical item that is conjured, I'm gonna rule, because it doesn't specifically say, I'm gonna rule that they could also restore hit points.
Well, Dromar was
because
just
they're
about to
magical
test that by eating his 2 remaining good berries.
Yeah, I think we need to get through this warehouse. While we're talking, I want to quickly look at the number on the ladder.
Yes. As you look over, the ladder is 75-0184. Is the ladder you are
That's
looking
it?
for.
Dromar's still over gnawing on 9s.
All right, so I think what we need to do is get through the warehouse, take care of that, and then get you two treated as soon as possible.
That would be good. Do not be ratted.
You know that I've seen this disease, and you don't actually have to do that.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I mean, whatever helps you cope with it is fine, I guess. But
I'm feeling very not well, and am going to use my second wind before we climb the ladder. Assuming we pass the
We could-
climbing the ladder check.
that might not work with your mange.
No, but it'll work with my hit points.
No, because I don't think second wind's magical.
It is not a magical ability.
It is not a magical
It's
ability.
just a
Well,
fighter thing.
Yeah,
Oh, how many hit
It's
points
a
does
class
a healing
feat,
potion heal?
but it is not magical.
I think a healing potion is 1d4 plus some number.
I really want to heal, but I don't want to use a healing potion to heal 3 hit points.
2d4 plus 2 for the
Yeah, I'm
potion of
definitely not
healing.
using
2d4 plus.
And like I said, if you have any good berries left, I'm allowing good berries to restore hit points.
So, yeah,
I just ate mine.
I can cast one heal spell, but then I am out of non-cantrip spells for the warehouse.
Let's save that. So a healing.
9s, did you still have any good berries?
No, because I got stabbed in butt.
Oh, I wonder how that happened.
Also, I
it's-
touched flaming bars for some reason.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
What is a greater healing potion do?
4d.
More than that.
I think it's 4d4 plus 4.
How much did you take?
I am down 9.
You're down a
said-
whole 9s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one
44 plus
regular
4 is
healing
greater
potion
healing.
should be fine.
4d4 plus 4 is
Okay.
a greater healing potion.
Why don't you use your regular?
I'm going to use my regular healing potion, and since the D4 goes up to 4,
Can I
unlike
give the potion guidance? Oh,
Can I inspire the potion?
I mean, you can sync to it.
Oh, healing
5 plus
potion.
2 is 7, right? Right.
Alright, I am going to. If we're going up into this warehouse, I'm going to change into my pristine suit in the cleanest area near the ladder.
Okay.
probably right underneath the ladder.
Probably.
Yeah, it would be like the corner.
And I'm turning into Koromon.
Okay.
Yes, nothing will. They will absolutely be able to believe that we went through a whole sewer, keeping it pristine.
Hey,
Yeah.
Koromon's wood.
Koromon would, yes.
Good point.
Maybe his suit is gleaming.
It
I
did
think
look kind of magical when we fought him
Actually,
last
yeah,
time.
now that I
it
think
did.
of it,
He just,
'cause-
he,
I think he probably has a gleaming suit.
because the
yeah,
blood didn't show.
that's right.
Yeah, his
now
blood
that-
didn't stick to it.
Even when I stabbed him to death.
I gotta say, I am fairly impressed that you guys remembered that little tidbit, which, not that the viewers really know this, but when we played through that campaign as like a warm-up session to get technical glitches worked out, that is
preceded.
now.
I remember because I was going to take the suit, but you
That's
guys
7
were
months
like,
ago.
I was also thinking about us taking the suit, and then I remember we didn't. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we forgot before he got arrested.
yeah. Oh well, we're great.
I
at
wouldn't
this
want to
game.
explain that to the company Blades anyway.
We'll get a chance.
Like, why is he naked? Found them that way.
We found him while I was thinking about.
We don't judge.
All right.
Look,
So,
some people like to go into mines and try to do their megalomaniac shit without clothes on.
I'm just gonna make you roll a dexterity check here
with guidance.
to see how well you can get into this suit without getting it dirty.
Natural 20 plus 4 plus 1. No problem. I have changed
So-
clothes so many times. I'm a master at this.
In fact, now the sewer's cleaner because of that.
That's a 25.
All right. Not only did you change
I
into the
saved
suit,
my nat 20s for the important.
The most critical.
not only do you change into the suit, you managed to get a couple little like spots off of it. You found them and you're like, oh, that wouldn't be there. And you clean it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done.
I think what actually happens here is that, like, when Surya changes shape, as we discussed, because of the change in mass, there's like an explosion of energy around her,
Yeah,
and
because
it
the
just
physics has to.
yeah, all of the dirt just like flies away from the entire area.
So now we're all a little dirtier because of
Yeah,
that.
the rest of us are just covered in.
You're also a little on fire, but
Yeah, put it out, put it out.
if I just shapeshift from like a Goliath to a kobold in 6 seconds, that would probably create like a frost nova or a fire nova from like the. Would I expel heat or suck in heat? If you went from giant mass
expel
to
heat.
to no low mass.
MC squared,
Yeah, if
right?
you went
Yeah,
from
yeah.
high mass to low mass, you'd expel a lot of heat.
expel a lot
Yeah.
of energy.
So I go in as a Goliath and I shapeshift to a kobold to create a fire burst around myself. Physics-wise.
This is Soria's new method of combat.
Yeah,
She's just gonna
I'm
like
working this
shape
out.
change really quick.
First you freeze them, then you burn them.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Anyway,
right.
For the otters.
So you are in a perfectly clean suit in the sewers.
do we want to send one person up to check, or should I just go up as Koromon? And lie
I think you
really
should-
well?
You should tell them to open the door for you.
Well, yeah, well, if you open the hatch, you might get grime all over you, so why don't we send Wilseth up? He can open it, because he's strong.
You have
And
been
then-
proven to be the only one who can open these.
Yeah, and then you
Oh.
can go. And then we can go.
Sounds good.
Yes. So
Execute.
I will go to ladder number
The one that's here.
75-0184. Go to the ladder and go up the ladder and
Guidance.
Oh, I thought we were looking for ladder 8675309. I've been looking
out.
for the wrong one. I'm sorry. I was looking for Jenny's ladder.
yes.
Okay, so you're going up
That's how
the
long
ladder.
it Jenny's sewer.
I'm walking up
Yeah.
this ladder, even though it's the wrong ladder, And Sarah McGoblin didn't sing about this one.
Nobody's saying about this ladder.
Or
It's a-
who
it's
was
a-
it? Somebody Troll, Billy Troll.
Billy Troll.
Yeah. Billy
okay.
Troll saying about the other ladder. I'm going to go up with the ladder and push. Okay, before we do this, am I going to just
Don't they think-
like
aren't
push
they
this up
suspicious
and
of him?
push this up
Why don't
and
you
out of the way?
quietly try and peek out?
I think is these make a lot of noise when you move them.
That's why I gave you guidance.
Right, so I'm going to lift it up, push it out of the way, quickly get off the ladder, and let Koramont go up through before anybody notices that it's not Koramont.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try
Wait,
that.
hold on 1 second. Aren't they suspicious of him? Because
Yeah,
he was
that's why
knocking
he's-
around.
That's why he's not going in first. He's just
Shouldn't
opening.
we, but shouldn't we have a story on why he was acting suspicious?
Why don't you just
It was a
disguise
test.
him?
Okay, as long as we decrease the test.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we were testing their security.
Okay, execute.
All right.
I execute.
There's no flaws in this plan.
That's the only flaw I had, and we solved it. Execute.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
what
a
I do. I
security
do that
expert. It'll be
thing.
fine.
Okay. You climb up the ladder. I need you to make a stealth, not a stealth check, sorry, a strength,
Strength
check.
check. Yes, and I have guidance. That would be, might as well use it. 26.
Okay. You manage very easily
This is very easy.
this up.
Ulseth actually just
One
takes
thing.
his finger and lifts it up and then
Let go.
spins it around.
I lift it up, nonchalantly turn it and slide it over to the side.
Okay, now make a stealth check. See how quiet
Guidance
it's
your
like-
foot.
Guidance again. Stealth. Yeah,
Can I reach his foot to give him guidance?
it's not bad.
You can
He's tall.
you can climb up and get that, but he's already made the check.
18.
Okay, not bad.
I am being sneaky as I move this.
You having familiarized yourself with moving these before, you were keenly aware, as you stated, that these are heavy, have a tendency to make a lot of noise. Fortunately, unlike the previous time when you'd been moving it onto essentially an asphalt-like surface, so this is wood. You move it, and you can see that there's like a wooden floor, and actually on when you take just a second to look around in there, you even see that the top of this cover has been covered with wood, so that it kind of blended into the floor here. And you slide it on there really quite quietly. The room, as you get a quick glimpse of it, not a glimpse. You're not glimpsing the room.
You're not glampsing it?
Why wouldn't
I
you
am glancing it.
roll a glamps check?
Good enough.
What was your glamps check?
7.
Oh, not a very good glamps.
But I get a. Is there a glance bonus? Is that
No.
The threshold on glampsing is quite low, though.
Yeah, you did a fine glamps. Wasn't your best glamp, but you did okay.
I mean, it was his best glance. This is the first glance in history. It's the best glance ever.
Yes.
Let this be a lesson to everyone. If you're gonna flub a word, just lean
with
the
it.
fuck into it.
Because it's not going to be let go.
No.
Nope.
So you said that the room, other than a little light coming from underneath the doorway, that when you lifted this up was kind of off on your right as you lifted this up and slid it. Other than that light coming in, the room is completely dark. A totally dark room. And that's what you see.
Okay, I slide back down the ladder, still being stealth because I passed my stealth check, and tell Zoria, it is a very dark room with a door in it. I think that you could go in and then just go through the door.
And be like, hey, I just came through the sewer.
Yes. Would you
Yeah,
be
that
in-
was our plan.
will
yes.
you be introducing us? Shall we follow you?
Why don't you, if it's an empty room, why don't we all go up into it so we're in the space together.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Go
this-
first, and I will follow.
I am very good at acting, but this is gonna be a stretch.
As you had
Execute.
seen, I am very good at tripping and falling.
We will stealth up the ladder.
Okay. You're leading as Krom?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You make the first stealth check.
With guidance. Not bad. 21.
Okay. Give me a minute. I have to go get the other set.
Oh.
We'll be right back.
Oh.
Yes, nothing bad is gonna happen.
No, certainly we won't get into combat.
No.
I
Well,
always say that when we're
now
just gonna
that the
peacefully
DM is
resolve
gone,
everything.
anarchy will reign.
And she's definitely not still in the room.
No, she's definitely gone. Gone forever.
I think we should just go back down the ladder and take a different route in there.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, now
Why
that
don't
we're
you just,
here,
you could go up, say, hey guys, I need to open the door out here. And then we would just go up and come in through the front door.
yeah,
Right, just like that.
you could just go up and you could be like, pizza delivery.
All
Everybody always likes pizza, no matter where it comes
No
from.
matter where they are, even if it comes from a sewer.
Even sewer pizza. I mean, the Ninja Turtles ate it all the time and it looked delicious.
And you.
Right. They wanted anchovies on there, though.
Anchovy pizza is great.
We're all in the room.
I did
I'm
PvP
in
on
the-
Dromar.
You're a cat. You should love anchovies on pizza.
Okay.
No one likes anchovies on pizza.
I actually really
It's a
do like
pineapple on
anchovies
pizza,
on pizza.
pizza toppings.
No.
I actually like pineapple on pizza.
Sorry,
you?
Yeah.
sorry, is it okay to come up?
I'm waiting for the map to load.
This is what you see. You are in a small, it is a very dark room, but you can just kind of make out. You're surrounded by a lot of boxes and a couple of chests.
Nines is going to be in heaven up there.
All these boxes. Okay. I'm going to go over by the door and just sort of wait there while the others come up.
Okay. Who's coming up next?
I think. Should I go
I-
next?
I will go next. They had seen me once before, and so Koromonth will need to explain my presence.
I got my
What?
lie ready.
All right.
So
Thank God we thought
I
about
go up
this.
behind you.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
No, I can't get guidance because you're not there.
Nope.
Oh, as usual. I make noise. I'm 6.
Okay.
That's why I was
Soria.
thinking maybe you should go last.
Soria,
Sometimes 18, you know. But
you
Yeah, you know.
you start to hear
the
like
randomness
a
of a d20.
little commotion from the outside. The kind of some muffled voices. Make a perception check.
22.
Although the voices are muffled and it's a little hard to make out exactly what they're hearing, you make out the words, I'm gonna go check it out.
I cast
Hearing,
guidance on myself and open the door.
hearing how noisy Ulseth was, can Dromar just like scramble up the ladder?
I think that's a reasonable thing for you to do.
Okay. I'm not going to try to be stealthy because I don't think at this point it
it
matters.
doesn't matter because
I'm just gonna calmly go up the ladder, following them.
All right.
we're in the room now, right?
So everyone's up in the room. It's still dark.
I'm opening the door.
You're opening the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me get that set up. Hang on. I thought you guys might take a minute longer here, but no.
No, we obviously alerted
We're
them.
great at this. We're just full steam ahead. Open the door.
Execute.
Give me the.
Hello, we are here.
There.
We definitely don't need to look at anything in this room.
Not anymore.
Now they're about to come in here.
Yeah. No. I agree with what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
I'm
it.
in
I
full
got
support.
it covered. I know what I'm doing.
You're good. You're the lying master.
Yeah, my 3 deception is gonna just really carry us through here.
I mean, that's my deception also.
No one asked me to deception.
I'm not.
You can't shapeshift. You need disguise self. That's what
just-
the problem
We
is.
should have just dressed in nines as Koromon. You're like, I am Koromon. I am trying new look now.
I'm werecat.
We're rats. We will.
Yeah, want to
we
fight about it?
We'll just bite them and give them illnesses.
Also, my personality has suddenly
I'm
changed
just
completely.
slamming the door open
Makes me
in
exotic.
Coromon's voice, going, "Well, this is a shameful display of security."
And Koromon is standing right there in front of you.
Hopefully not.
Okay. Make a well. Are you trying to intimidate them? Are you trying to deceive them? Like,
It's all the same. Just I'm trying to deceive them.
okay.
In an intimidating
Do
way.
I get advantage because I'm Coromonth in a suit?
I will say that you can have advantage because you look the part at the
And I
moment.
cast
And
guidance
you
on
sound
myself.
the part
before.
because you know what Koromon sounds
Yeah.
like.
Hopefully none of them are expecting the suit.
No, no,
I rolled
no.
a 1, but I had advantage, so I'm gonna take the 2 that I rolled.
Oh, no.
But it's +4, so that's 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. I need new dice.
Is that with the guidance?
That's with I rolled a 9 total with advantage and guidance.
Awesome. We're dying.
Again,
campaign.
again and again.
All right.
This was a good try.
I was gonna lie my way through
So, what I want you to do is open the door there and put your character on the other side.
With how low that deception check was, I think Ulseth actually says aloud to you, "That was a good try."
Hey, total of 9 is like about average, right?
It
No.
is.
that is one below average.
It's almost average.
All right. You attempting to deceive this guard don't come off with quite the vim or vigor that maybe Koromon would have. You lack the authority in your attempt. More flat in your delivery than anything else, and
Kind of
sounding
stumble as you exit the room.
a little bored and a little stressed. It's kind
To
of
be
like,
fair, that's how Coromonth sounds.
this is a very big breach of security, and the goblin in front of you just raises an eyebrow and goes, "Aha!" And you see
That was witty.
you see at the other end of the room this very large figure that you know as Krom slowly turn around and say, "Yeah, he warned me you might try something like this." Roll for initiative.
Oh dear.
Please roll.
16.
I got an 18.
12.
11.
Okay. So the guy right behind the goblin, he pushes his way around the corner and past his buddy there to get kind of a look into the whole room. And even though it's dim light and he can't see maybe all of you, he does call out, "Hey, there's more of them!" And then takes a swing at Soria.
This is gonna be good for me.
Yeah,
What's your
we're
AC?
definitely gonna die.
11.
As he pulls out his cleaver he takes a swing at you, and you kind of like dodge out of the way.
I just got this suit.
The old one had a hole in it.
Okay, are you continuing to try to impress upon them that you are, like, are you going to keep up the charade, basically?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Okay. Make a deception check. I'll allow this to continue. This is dumb.
I rolled a 3 this time, so
Hey!
I'm getting one better each time.
It does.
Did you have guidance this time?
No, I didn't have time to
you didn't
cast
have
it.
casting
So
time for
it's
that.
lower.
Oh,
You. I mean, he believes that you just got the suit, it looks like.
I did not lie about that.
That's true.
But that's all he does. Then, the guy over on the far side, on the, what is it, the blue base. The blue base.
In fact, your suit still has the tag on it. It says for Soria.
I was Coromont when I got the suit made.
That's
so
true.
It would only
That's true.
add to my deception.
That's true.
Show them the tag.
Moves
It has
around
my name on it.
as far as he can around that outside, and I think that'll bring him to basically the boxes, and that's all he does for the moment. And that brings us to Dromar and Nines. You are on deck.
Can Dromar get through and past Koromonth?
I think,
Yeah,
honestly,
you're a
I should
friend.
get back in and we can funnel them through the door.
I mean,
mean-
one at a time would be better than more.
Dromar isn't gonna think of that.
Alright. Fair enough.
I mean, unless you say it in, are you saying it in character or are you just saying it?
No, I'm Coromont still. I'm
Okay.
committing to the bit.
Then yeah, Dromar's just gonna go through. Can I get to the opposite side of the green person?
You can get on the green person's side,
But not opposite.
but not
Okay.
opposite. You don't have enough movement
That's
to get
fine.
there.
That'll still give me sneak attack even if it doesn't give me.
Because I'm in
advantage.
range.
Yeah. So that'll do. That's definitely gonna hit. I assume that'll be a 23.
That hits, yeah.
Clear out these wastrels, my guards.
Yes! How dare you attack our Lord Koromonth, the greatest suit wearer in history!
Flawless deception.
9 damage. And actually, I'm so angry about him attacking Koromonth that I'm gonna use Fury of the Small. And I guess I will do this non-lethally. So I'm just gonna like take my short sword of loyalty and just kind of like smack him wherever I can reach, not in any particular part of his body, just like whacking him with it.
All right, how much damage do you do in total?
10 damage altogether.
Okay. So you take the backside of your sword, and instead of this leaping rebuke of this individual, you get around the backside of his head and whack him. And the moment your blade connects, you know that you've hit something that really shouldn't be hit, and he just goes and falls over limp, and he's apparently alive. You don't think you killed him, but he's just down on the ground. He's out.
Am I out of movement then?
Yeah, you're out of movement there.
Okay. Then I will just say, let that be a lesson to the rest of you! Obey our Lord Koromonth! And I'll just brandish my weapons.
All right. If you want to use a bonus action to intimidate here,
Sure,
I'll
I'll do
allow
that. Intimidate. That is a not great roll. That's going to be a 10 altogether.
you guys are really climbing up here.
We were.
Yeah.
We spent,
No one seems phased
we
by.
spent a long time in
your
the sewers. We're
intimidation.
not good at social
I get
interaction.
advantage because I'm hissing at them like a rat.
I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say that they're more confused than anything else.
That checks out, yeah.
All right.
Honestly, you could probably give me disadvantage because the hissing's kind of ridiculous. So.
I'm guessing that concludes your turn since you're out of
Yeah,
actions and
that'll
movement.
be my turn.
Nines, it's your turn.
Can I get through the door?
Yes, you could get through the door.
You
Yes.
could maybe get right there if you wanted.
Yes, I'm gonna use you as a shield.
Classic nines.
You have just the blue base in line of sight right now
That's the door.
because of the door.
What does he look like?
He is a drow, but looks sort of. I mean, he's wearing just pretty generic working clothes. It seems like he's probably just one of the people keeping this warehouse organized and running and packing things up.
So he's a member of the proletariat.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Okay.
You drow!
I'm a member of the
You have
proletariat?
generic-looking outfit and it sucks.
Not like my outfit.
My
DC
outfit's
14,
great.
right?
Yes.
Okay. He looks back at you and says, "So, my outfit might suck, but it doesn't look as bad as your outfit, which is barely an outfit at all."
Uh-oh, he's a bard too.
I don't like this
really
man.
great
He
wit.
sucks.
He sucks.
It's time for an insult off.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Bardic Inspiration on Olsef. Olsef, your blade is better than your stealth. You should use it.
Very inspiring.
I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you for the inspiration, nines.
Welcome. Also, hit that blue guy. I hate them.
Okay.
That's my turn.
At the end of your turn,
thing that all these people have these colored bases around them. That's kind of odd that they carry those with them, but it's very convenient.
If we had some sort of top-down
Jesus.
display, it'd be very easy to pick which one we want to hit.
Yeah.
at the end of your turn, Nines, Krom just sort of looks at this whole nonsense and says, "Anyone who gets killed by these idiots, I'm gonna take all your gold and then hunt down your families."
Joke's on you. We do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, sucker.
And he just kind of stands there and doesn't really make any movements towards you this turn. But the others look significantly worried at this point. So, it is now the yellow base, number 5 over there, and he's going to move over next to his drow buddy. And he's got Dromar and...
I'm hiding behind the door.
Yeah, Dromar's the only one that he can see at the moment. What's your AC, Dromar?
17.
Okay. He pulls out his light crossbow, takes aim, and then hits the wall behind you.
Yeah, I'm nimble, sucker.
Nimble like a rat.
Exactly, like a rat goblin.
At that point, the goblin who first saw Soria moves to take a look at the other side of the door. And just goes, "Oh, shit!" and backs up towards his friends. Oh,
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
yeah, actually you do.
Do I get an attack up?
Time to
He wasn't close enough to you to be within your range.
hit him with my staff. I'm real good at this. That's an 8, a 9 to hit.
Well, you try to take your most Coromanthy swing, and you
just
go-
don't care enough
I go,
actually.
get
hit him.
away from me!
The goblin looks back and goes, "I don't know, he might be Coromant."
You stink.
Guys, maybe he's Coromant, he didn't hit me. And This one also pulls out his light crossbow and takes aim at Dromar. Sorry about this, buddy!
How could you do this to a fellow goblin?
And as he looses a bolt, it hits you in the arm, just grazing you.
You've been glazed, Dromar.
Damn.
I'm so delicious.
And you take
I taste like honey now.
you take 4 damage.
Which reminds me, I must try the glazed pretzels.
That's just a symptom of the mange.
This is what I get for playing with idiots. Well, Seth, you're up now.
This says something
Sorry,
about you,
you're on deck.
Alexis, that we are the people you associate with. Okay.
How far can I move here?
You could go.
2, 3.
You could get to the goblin.
I can get that far only. Because
Pretty
the
much.
logs and the boxes are blocking the
Yeah, it's
blue guy.
pretty crowded, and
Yeah, it's a crowded warehouse.
Well,
they store stuff in here and things.
That is what people generally do with warehouses.
We need to look for the Ark of the Covenant after.
Yeah. It's the one with a big, like,
Nazi.
black burn mark across it.
Oh yeah, where the Ark burnt away the Nazi symbol.
Yeah.
you who should obey Koromonth, you have failed him twice.
I peek out from the door and go, yeah, punish him for me. And then
I tested you when I pretended to trip over the drop box, and you failed.
I like that we're sticking with the bit.
Yeah, we are totally sticking with those.
I tested you through the sewers, and you have failed. You have failed twice. Drop your weapons and ask for forgiveness from Koromonth.
They're just not good test takers.
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation.
I can do that. I could get a 0.
You have
You
inspiration,
could get
though.
0.
I like how
see how this goes.
unintimidating our biggest person is.
I don't think that's worth using here in
it's
your
worth it now.
inspiration.
6.
Your stirring speech, your rousing threat, does not seem to faze them. Instead of like your Braveheart moment, it's more like a,
Yeah.
you know, kind of wimpy
It's
part.
more like a brave fart.
We're just on fire here.
It's
We're
been
like
worse.
so good at this.
We're the best at deception.
Yeah.
Noticing that they are not moved by their own failure, their multiple failure. They are not asking for forgiveness.
They don't even seem like they want it.
I raise Katiralar and attack the goblin in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Are we doing non-lethal? I imagine that we're doing non-lethal because we are still.
That precedent has been set. For the
I
moment.
did do non-lethal.
Yes. These are still followers of Koromonth, and so we are sparing their lives so that they may come around at some point
Or be punished.
or be punished appropriately.
Yeah. We're kind of punishing them right now.
Yeah.
9, 15.
All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
With my 1, 2, 3 8-sided die.
Your 3-sided, 8-sided die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
yeah, that's a 2.
6 damage.
Did you just like sand off all the numbers higher than 3 and like write
Yes,
in new
there
numbers?
are 3 1s, 3 2s, and 2 3s.
Maybe you should just get a new die.
Yeah, I think so.
So, you take your main hand and swing at this goblin, making a deep slash across his chest, and there's a fair amount of blood coming out at the moment, but he's still standing.
And then I raise Alashalar.
Now here comes the death blow.
24.
1,400 damage.
24. Gets, I imagine.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no. Only 5 damage this time.
All right. Taking the sort of guard portion of your offhand Alashalar, instead of trying to slash, you reach out and just kind of sucker punch him in the face with
Sucker!
effectively.
You
like,
who are a
suppressed-
sucker.
You who are, thank you. You who
And-
are a sucker.
When you connect, you can feel that you've broken his nose, and he looks for a second stunned and dazed, and then just falls backwards. and can't really seem to get a hold of himself. He's just sort of like leaning against those.
So is he out?
He's effectively out. Yeah.
You who remain, you yet have a chance to apologize to Koromons.
Soria, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to call upon chant some of my Sylvan words into my hand.
Something Coromonth always does.
I'm behind the door. I'm whispering it. And
That's right, they can't see her now behind the door.
cast Fairy Fire to generate a pile of neon green spores in my hand.
Okay.
Peek around the door and just go and blow them over the 3 that are still here. They all have to make dexterity saving throws. 15.
Since you're trying to keep up the illusion that you're Koromonth, I want you to make a stealth check to see if they catch this.
All right. 8.
Nice.
Your disguise is as effective as it has been all along.
You're not sure, but you feel like they all probably saw you do this.
Warehouse rave party.
But now, let's see. What's the save on that?
Dexterity 15.
15. Okay. Alright. Okay, so the blue-based one does make the save,
Okay.
but the other 2 do not.
I have
Oh, you got one. All right. So go ahead and put the Fairy Fire on.
And then I am going to just back into the room. A little ways.
Anything else you want to do?
What's the action to close the door?
I mean, I'll allow you to take that as
No,
like some movement action
I'll leave
if you
it
want.
open because it's blocking their view of 9s right now.
Okay. Then if that is the end of your turn, comes back to the drow character you've seen. And this drow goes,
Everything in that corner is bright neon green now to all the objects. So
oh, playing dirty, are we? And conjures up a bright red and green and blue ball of energy, and then blows it over all of these 3 here. You're out of range now, Saria. But Ulseth, Nines, and Dromar make a dexterity saving throw.
did he cast Fairy Fire too?
Yes.
I got an 11.
10.
I also got an 11.
This is really turning into a warehouse
Okay.
rave.
Do we each get a different color?
Actually, he's not quite as good of a spellcaster as Saria is. So, what? Nines and Dromar, you actually made the save.
Oh, wow.
But Ulseth, you didn't. So Ulseth, you're now.
Is there a ring?
Yeah.
You
You are
used your
now
bardic inspiration on that.
He already did.
glowing
I
bright.
did some time ago.
And
What color am I glowing?
Red?
yeah, you're kind of shifting between like red and green in spots. It's a little bit different spell flavor than Soria's. And that means that Dromar, it is
I'm
now
a
your
Christmas
turn.
tree now. Ha.
So the drow is the one that's not fairy fired?
That is
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
You should jump up on those logs and jump onto that box and attack number 5 with the high ground.
Number 5 is the yellow one.
Yeah.
Can I get to number 5?
Yeah, I think you have just barely enough movement
If you
to
can.
get on number 5's left side.
Okay.
If you are able to successfully make an acrobatics check to run across those logs and onto the
great.
box.
I will do it. I
Yeah.
love acrobatics
Yeah.
checks.
All right. Go ahead and make a roll, and you are currently right at the base of the logs.
Dromar is going to do this with aplomb and style and panache because he got a 24, baby.
Okay. Then you successfully managed to hop on the logs, just running up all nice and nimbly, and you're now standing on top of that crate next to
Parkour!
and about at like head level with that that bandit.
Dromar runs up. He does the Naruto run across the logs, and he just yells parkour, and then he smacks the guy over the head with the flat of his sword of loyalty.
Go ahead, roll for
and
attack.
rolls a. Ooh, that's
You
terrible.
have advantage from fairy fire.
That's right, I do.
Oh
That's-
no, that's terrible.
That's better.
Remember the mechanics of the game before you die.
Yes. Well, that is a 17.
My one regret was not remembering the rules. He said it's a 17.
Yeah.
Yes.
That hits, yeah.
Excellent. Much better than my first roll, which was a natural 2 plus 7. So let's see. My smack across the top of his
And you
head
get
will
sneak
do.
attack
Yes.
because of
that's
advantage.
right. Yes.
That's why I cast it.
Well. Yeah. That'll be 9 damage.
Okay.
Mac, parkour!
You bring your sword around the front side and like clock him on the head, kind of like you do it even as you're running a little bit. It's a little bit of a clothesline maneuver, just smack, and you knock one of his teeth out and you hear it go clattering on the floor. Still standing though.
Was it
He's
a
still
gold
standing?
tooth?
Yeah, it's not a gold too.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna wait just a second, and he's still standing. And I'll say,
How dare you still stand after I hit you across the head in the presence of our Lord Cormont?
and then I'll take my tetanus sword, and I'll smack him in the face with that one. That's gonna be another 17.
I like
That
that.
still hits.
I don't think anyone's referred to him as Lord Cormont before now.
I don't care.
You're very loyal.
Yes. Oh, nice. Max damage, so that'll be 6.
Okay. You do a little bit of a whirling kind of effect as you get onto that box, and you did your clothesline maneuver, and then you swung around with the backside of your blade, tetanus as you're calling it, and hit him. A little chip of tetanus goes flying off
I thought I was gonna snap
with
it.
it, and this guy just goes and falls flat into the ground with a really nasty sounding thud.
You got
And-
tetanus!
And he is out. Nines, you are up next.
I walk behind Ulsef so I can see what's happening. I see that there are 3 unconscious bodies on the ground. And I want to do a persuasion check and tell this guy, look, clearly he's real Koromov because he has badass guards that are helping. And this guy wants to kill your family. Help us and you can get his share.
Go ahead, roll for. Roll for
His share
persuasion.
of what, Nines? I mean, I'm sorry, what?
Just a 13.
Okay. He looks at you, looks a little confused for a moment, but doesn't seem to have an external change here. I'll allow that as free action on this time.
And I'm going to let's see. Yeah, there's not really much I can do. I'm just going to do Vicious Mockery on. I take it 3 is, or the red one is Krom.
Yeah, that is Krom.
Krom! You suck! And your guards suck!
DC 14, if I remember.
Yep.
Okay. As you lob this vicious insult,
I think it was vicious.
Krom just goes, "No, I don't. No, they don't. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're fine. Go ahead and roll for damage."
That's
That's why they're unconscious on the
disadvantage on
floor.
his next roll.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Is there anything else you want to do? You still have a little movement left.
I'm going to inspire Olsef again.
Oh.
And Ulseth
Yes, you
says,
did good at
"Thank you,
knocking
Dromar."
This time Nines inspires you, not Dromar. Because you're our best rat man.
All right.
I did thank you correctly,
Yourself.
Nines, the last time I was inspired.
Yes, I know that.
I am getting better at
I'm so
recognition.
insulted.
So it's their conversation.
Koromon.
Yes.
Sorry, not Koromon. Krom.
Oh, that's
Krom goes.
That's good method acting there.
Krom goes charging over to Dromar, saying, like, "I don't suck," and
You do suck! You have a big butt and a smelly butt, and you like to kiss your own butt.
you guys are getting the raw end of my dice rolls today.
Did you roll at disadvantage from Vicious Mockery?
I did. Twice.
gonna die?
I got a nat 20.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm definitely dying, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I currently have 6 health points. Let's see how dead I am.
So... But I keep rolling Ulseth on the damage. So
Yeah.
you take 4 damage.
Yeah, just barely alive.
Everything's coming up also.
And
Dromar's like, ah, son of a bitch!
so he takes one good... He's using fist weapons. He's got some kind of brass knuckles on. Takes one swing at you with his right, and then comes with his left hook, but misses on that second round. Just so you've got a sword jaw from the first hit, but the second hit whips right on by, and
Ow!
that brings up
I use that for talking!
Ulseth.
If you
So
jump
what
on
happens
that,
if I have fairy fire?
And Surya, you're on.
attacks against you have advantage, and you can't turn invisible.
Oh dear, I can't turn invisible.
You normally can,
I
but
know,
it
but I
keeps
can't.
an outline of you, even if you're invisible.
So you are invisible, you just have an outline. So,
you're-
they don't really
so
know
if
where
I
you
attack,
are.
if
They
I
just know where
attack
you are.
Grom, I still have
That's not where your
advantage.
trees are.
Yes, Krom has advantage. You could, I don't know, it'd be up to Lexi if you jumped on that crate, if you could flank 2 with Dromar.
I don't need to flank because I have advantage anyway.
Well, not on the blueberries.
No,
But it's
I'm,
fun.
But if you
three.
want to go after 3.
I'm going after 3. I can go. I'm going to go.
Can you jump over the boxes?
I'd have to do an athletics check or an acrobatics check. What would I need to do to jump over the boxes to flank
I know.
number 3?
So for viewers here, because you haven't really experienced this much, I generally make ability checks towards how the character would attempt to do this. So I'd say in this
I'm just going
case,
to try to push the box out of the way.
Shove the box.
yeah, if you want to try this, you can make an athletics check. If you want to try to push it out of the way, it's going to use up your bonus action in a slot for this round, because there's quite a bit of an exertion there, rather than trying to kind of...
Why don't you do one of
parkour,
those like
leap over
gymnast
it.
horses where you put your hands on and swing your legs over?
Just yell parkour and it works.
I don't need to flank because I have advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go over by the logs there so that I'm diagonal. I'm right next to 2 and diagonal to
So
3.
you want to jump up on the log?
I need to jump on the.
Yeah, there's not quite enough space there for you to fit in. Nah,
Why don't you just do like a big jump onto the box here? And have the high ground.
And then you can yell, "You can't win, Krom! I have the high ground!"
I could yell that. You are
Yeah.
wrong.
You who are Krom.
Okay, do I need to make a check to get up on the boxes?
so what I'll say is you can do it if you succeed in an athletics check. This is what would have happened with Dromar as well. It takes double movement to go that
But you
way.
don't have to go that
But I don't
far.
have to go very far.
No.
And
So
do I lose my bonus action? What kind of weapon does Krom have, by the way?
He's using fist.
he's using fist weapons.
Like,
Oh,
You
so I
only would
can't
lose a
disarm
bonus
that
action
anyway.
because you had originally said you're trying to push the crate. If you want to like
jump on him.
gymnast horse, kind of leap
Yeah,
over
I'm just going
it,
to do that. So
then,
this is,
make an athletics check and let's see if it takes standard movement or double.
it's a 24.
You successfully leap up on there like it's nothing, and you can move it standard for this one.
Good job, Olseth. Parkour.
Wait, was he saying he wasn't good at disarming people with fist weapons?
I think I can only disarm.
Olseth.
I can only disarm
You can only disarm
edged weapons. right?
Unless you-
edge weapons that can do slashing or piercing damage.
Unless you chop the
And this
arm
is
off.
bludgeoning damage.
Then
Once I
it's a
chop his arm.
disarming.
Yes,
I could
which
attempt
he
to
has done
disarm.
before.
Are we okay?
You're good.
Without making any effort to persuade Krom to give up, since that seems to be pointless, I raise Katiralar and try to do very vicious but non-lethal damage to him.
And you
What
have
does that
advantage.
entail?
Hitting him with the
I
sword.
am hitting
and-
him with the side of my sword upside the head,
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Viciously.
viciously. They were both the same, believe it or not. I better use my inspiration. 15.
That does hit.
You know, well, 1 or 2, that's the best.
I'm using my D2 here. Oh wow, got a 3 that time.
Big money.
7,
Wow, you hit the small odds.
7 damage with Katiralar, whopping him upside the head with the side of the blade.
All right, he glances a little bit out of the way, but you do catch him on the shoulder, and you're pretty sure this would have bruised him pretty well. He's still standing, doesn't look that phased from it.
So I raise a Lashalar and whap him on the other side of the head with my other hand.
All right, so you're trying to kind of left hook him
Yeah.
with your own kind of brass knuckles. Got-
Yep. Uh, 16.
That's
No,
also
18.
a hit.
Sorry, 18.
That's a hit. Yeah.
That one's not a hit.
16 is
16 was-
18.
Yeah, it's a small,
Small.
small window.
So my D20 here. Does 7 damage.
Okay.
You should have used the D100, Ulsa.
Yeah, I could get a 3 on that too.
So as you bring your left hook around and connect with the back of his head on this one, he stumbles forward for a second, and you see a little blood kind of dripping down the backside from where you connected, and he's still standing but shaking it off. That hurt him pretty good. Anything else
So
you
he's
want
Taylor
to
Swift.
do? You have a little movement left.
How long does Fairy Fire last?
Like 10
10 rounds.
Oh, so there's
10
still
rounds.
plenty of time.
Yeah. This combat will probably be over by the time.
Yeah.
I do that.
It lasts for 1 minute, yeah.
I would have taunted him a second time, but it does not help. No, I'm just going to stay. I'm just going to say, you have failed Coromant yet again.
And Soria, it's your turn.
Come around here.
Okay.
Do we want to try and... no, I'm gonna use... I'm going to pull out my spiky branch and use Thorn Whip on the Rao,
Okay.
because I believe that will pull him out of range of both Ulseth and Dromar.
Yeah, I would.
Nice.
So I will speak in Sylvan, asking my branch to swing at him. Whoops. 8.
That does not
I
hit.
rolled a natural 1.
Yeah, that
I am switching dice.
that doesn't hit. But as you reach your branch out, this drow, who seems to be some sort of spellcaster, kind of recognizes what's going on and just nimbly dances out of the way.
Classic Coromant.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That's right. To be fair, we've never seen Koromoth do anything.
Yeah. No, that's my turn.
Okay. Then it is now the Drow's turn. And the Drow, just like looking around, says, Scheisse. And pulls out a hand crossbow, aims it at Koromoth.
I'm hiding behind 9.
And what's your
Not full
AC?
cover.
11.
Okay. It's just 11. All right,
I'm wearing a suit.
even with a little bit of cover from 9s, who could have taken some damage here, you are hit by this, and it does.
Does shooting when you're in melee with someone trigger an attack of opportunity against you?
This is a hand crossbow.
I think, because isn't there a feat that like lets you? I'm not sure. Not trigger it. Anyway,
I don't.
Go ahead.
Not that I'm aware of for a hand crossbow. But if you find that, let me know. I don't know everything about the game. Like, it's.
How dare you?
I know.
Oh no, they suffer disadvantage on an attack if they're within melee of an enemy.
Okay, then I will say. Well, he still hits even with disadvantage.
Okay.
And you take 3 damage.
Ow.
See, I'm rolling
suit.
like Ulseth and all these.
My suit. My suit.
And
Yeah, keep up that stride.
It is working very well.
I feel like it's going well.
Dromar, it's your turn now. 9s, you're on deck.
Dromar, you are
Once
mostly.
everyone's unconscious, you'll be like, see, it worked.
Oh, Dromar can't leave because it would provoke an attack. Oh.
What's going on with Dromar?
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Should I down a potion? I think I just attack.
Is drinking a potion a standard or?
It's a standard
I
action.
believe it's a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you can take out Krom, we're going to
Yeah.
be. Because
That's my
the
thinking,
druid
too.
just attacked, so his turn's up.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. Plus, go big or go home.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
People aren't here to drink potions. They're here to kill each other non-lethally.
Drink out of their themed mugs.
Dromar is going to briefly consider taking a potion, and then he's going to say, "Fuck it, we'll do it live."
Hopefully it's still live.
Yeah, exactly. And then he'll take his short sword of loyalty and bang it over the top of Krom's head non-lethally. And ooh, those are okay. One of those is a nat 20, the other one is a 19. So I
All
will
right,
take 20.
well, roll critical with your cheat dice.
And
This
your
is going
sneak
to be
attack.
4d6. All right, those are very good. That's
No
going
all
to
Seth
be
rolls here.
No, these are all at least 4. So 8.
You have 4s on your die?
Yeah, I know. I have up to
That
6
feels
on my
like
die.
cheating. If I could roll a 4 with my deception check, we'd be somewhere.
That's gonna be 24 damage.
Okay.
Whoa, that was a good bop on the head.
Yeah.
You took a
That was
really
worse.
massive swing with your main hand, just whack, and Krom. He's still standing, but
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck, Krom? How'd you take that much damage and still stand?
That's very rude.
Dromar's gonna attack again with tetanus this time.
Have some tetanus, you stupid Krom.
Let's do 24
that
to
hits.
hit.
Yep.
And this will be significantly less damage. 5.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You take one more good swing with tetanus. Says smack the blade on the side of his head, and you see a few more chips go flying off. But he's still standing.
How are you still standing? What are you, like level 2 or something? I don't even know what that is. We've been level 1 for like 30 sessions.
I don't want to move because then I'll definitely die. So I guess I'll just stay here and hopefully not die.
Hopefully Ulseth can take him out.
Okay, then it's Nine's turn.
I cast Vicious Mockery on Krom.
Yeah.
All right.
Finish him off.
This is gonna be
Wow, even
classic.
with a critical, you couldn't even kill Dromar, and he's diseased. That's pathetic. You suck.
He looks at you and goes, I don't care what a stupid cat says.
Yeah, you do.
In your heart, you know.
Also, I'm not stupid.
He made the save.
He's stupid. He don't believe him.
So, unfortunately, no damage from that.
And I am out of Bardic Inspiration, so I'm going to stand there.
Well, nothing else.
Well, that sucked.
Okay. It is now Krom's turn,
Oh no.
and Krom goes, you fucking idiots, and pulls out this device so that actually you all are like, oh no, because you've seen this before, and he throws it on the ground, and
Can
every single person needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
if we've seen this before, can we try to cover our eyes?
That's what you're doing with a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I got a total of 18.
16.
13.
14.
You all fail.
Wow.
Yeah, the DC on this one's pretty high. I made it mean. So, as he throws this down, a bright flash, and for the interest here, yeah, the drow also fails. Everyone in the room is just staggered and blinded and just, and you can't see anything, you know, for at least around here. All of you have experienced something like this before. This blinding flash effect, this loud noise, and you know that it's going to last for a couple of seconds at least as you're getting yourself reoriented. And we're going to go through. Ulseth, it is your turn right now. You don't know where anybody is. You're completely blind fighting right now.
Just swing where
And you can do what you want with that.
if he's there.
I'm going to.
Kill Dromar.
I can't reach you. I don't.
Oh,
I
fat
can't.
attitude.
I raise Katiralar. And with the broadside of the blade, attempt to whack him upside the head exactly where he was before. Just where I did it last time.
Roll a D100.
Even on Ulseth's D100, he only rolls 1s and 2s.
Sometimes 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 96.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, we don't know what. Yeah.
You don't know.
But it's better than 3.
Okay. Go ahead
Maybe.
and make an attack.
Yeah, do I have advantage anymore, or do I lose that because I'm blind?
No, you do not have an advantage.
Didn't matter because
Although it is flanking.
Wow.
yes, it's verified.
Nat 20.
Nat 20
Nice.
Okay.
plus
You
6.
critically hit the air.
26. I
Go-
blindly flail
Dromar is dead.
into the air.
Go ahead and roll for damage. You got a critical hit, so
So
Double the
that's
die.
I double the die
Yep.
plus the
plus your strength.
2
So there we go.
and 6. 8 plus 6.
Hey, you
8
rolled.
plus 4, 12.
You broke your own die.
12 damage.
12 damage total, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does he feel like he's hitting anything?
Yeah, you make a solid connection.
I did hit something.
Something. Don't know what it is. You're completely blind right now. What else do you want anything
Offhand.
to do here?
Yeah, I do want to attack with my offhand since I know that there's a target there now.
Yeah.
So
I know there's a
You know
target.
there's a target there. You still have no like visual
No, but I know there's a
representation right
target,
now.
so I aim at that same
Question.
target with a Lashalar.
Even though the fairy fire isn't giving him advantage, does he get advantage because of flanking still?
I think what's technically happening.
Basically, all the status modifiers are eliminated, and he's blind swinging at what's around him.
That is only an 11.
Okay. As you make a second attack at where you kind of know you hit something, being disoriented, you don't quite get it where it is, and you pull up a little short, you think, and miss it. It's now Soria's turn, and you two are just completely disoriented, unless Ulseth, you want to try to make a movement anywhere.
Move towards where the door was.
Although if you think you're still hitting Coromont, you might not move.
Don't hit me.
If I move and Coromont...
I mean, Krom.
No, if I
Or
move...
Krom, yeah, not Coromont, sorry.
If I move and he's there, I could... If I leave his...
Why don't you
attack
just
is only if I leave.
try and
You
shift
also can't
to
see
the
where you're
left.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to my
Shift
left.
about 10 feet to your left.
I'm going to go right there.
All right, make an athletics check.
Athletics.
To get off
You're
the
on a
box.
box.
You're on a box, yeah, and you're blind and like
17.
disoriented completely.
17.
So you kind of remember you're on a box, and instead of taking a step, you just leap forward to where you sort of remember, and you land on the floor, and you kind of steady yourself.
And just hold your arms
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I did hit something. I hope it is not one of you.
All right.
Drummer's on the
Anything
floor
else? Are you good on movement? Or do you want to do anything else?
What else?
Because
can
you
I...
do have a little movement left. I just want to make sure you're done moving.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, just sort of try
And
and
Soria, it's your turn.
Well, I've used all my spells, and I don't particularly want to just blindly use a ranged attack into that group.
I can't imagine why.
I don't think it's gonna do much to help, but I know Nines was right in front of me, so I'll just reach out and cast guidance on Nines.
Okay.
So even with that,
Yeah.
even with that
You can
additional, okay. So we don't know if Krom
You
is
don't know.
still there. I know I hit
You
something.
hit something. You definitely hit something, and
Hit something pretty hard.
you hit it pretty hard.
I just cast guidance on Nines.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll help with something.
Nines, you have guidance. Anything else you want to do right now?
No, I don't think I can do much else.
Okay. From the like white haze, you hear the sound of that male drow that was there. Just son of a bitch, this hurts. And a couple of like thudding footsteps around, and then it's you hear him. You think fall, and he just sort of is on the ground right now. You
The
think.
drow?
Yeah. Not that you can verify this at the moment, but he's just sort of stumbling.
Okay.
Dromar, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm going to swing at where I think Coromont is.
You mean Krom?
Don't
Krom.
hit
No, we
me.
really want to hit
Coromont will die. Yeah, Krom. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that.
To a baby.
Yeah, so I don't get advantage anymore, right?
No, you don't get advantage anymore.
So that's a 10.
You swing wildly into the air and just feel nothing.
I'm gonna do it again with my second attack.
All right.
Go tetanus.
That's a natural 1.
All right.
Tetanus flies out of my hand.
Again, you're
Stabs
swinging
Ulfeth
around
in the
wildly. In your haste, you kind of swing tetanus back and clip it on a box or something. You're not sure what you hit, and you feel it twang in your hand.
That's
nothing.
like bad.
You want to do anything else?
Tetanus, how could you betray me like this?
I'm going to try to move forward into the space where
Just
Krom
like
last
jump
was.
down onto Krom.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just jump down onto.
Okay, so you're trying to like jump forward, or are you trying to just like jump
Yeah.
off the box?
No, I'm trying to jump forward into that space.
Okay. Roll a d100. Let's see
Okay.
how this comes out.
Let's see. Is that the? Yeah, that's them. 17.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to see how well you do this.
14.
All right. You jump out, and Ulseth, you feel the weight of a familiar goblin crash into you, and Dromar,
I've got you now, Krom!
Dromar, you grab onto what is Ulseth. Not that you necessarily know that right now. You're
It's
just sort of
definitely
like,
Furball shape.
you know,
Yeah, I
bear
mean,
hugging this
I'm gonna
large
reach down
furball.
and try to feel the shoes.
You're kind of up on his shoulders a bit, like ah. So that's where you're at. And Ulseth, you have a goblin just sort of like
You gotta check the
grappling
shoes.
onto you right
Also wears Air Jordans. And
Drummer!
I've got you, Krom! You'll never get away!
Drummer! Oh, I wish you had kept your loincloth. Oh, Drummer, you are...
I'm wearing clothes, old Sam! My loincloth is my spare for when I'm washing my clothes.
Okay.
It is I,
Is that all of your turn?
Ulseth.
You're just trying to pretend that you're not Krom.
And I start punching Krom in the face. Oh yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. As
Unless I can get
the
off of
haze
Ulseth
starts
now
to
that I know
leave
it's
all
him.
of you now, and your vision is returning after a couple of seconds being blinded, and you can now see, although it's a little hazy, you're still kind of disoriented, but it's very clear that Krom is no longer in the room, so please remove Krom from the battlefield and place the drow just kind of laying over the top of those boxes. And Krom is gone. The doors are both open. And
After him!
this is the scene. You guys are not in initiative right now. That drow is completely done for the moment.
I'm gonna jump off of Ulseth and run out the door.
yeah, we have to pursue.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Wait, tie these guys up. Somebody... I still have...
Well, I'm not running away yet. Right now, I'm just running out the door. I'm gonna pull out my spyglass and look in all directions and see if I can find
I take
which
the
way he
remnants
went.
of my rope, since I have some, and tie up the four so that they can't escape.
All right. That's going to occupy you for a little while. It's
I'm
not an
gonna-
easy thing.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah,
that'll
but
take
you're
a while.
trying
It'll
to
take
like
too long,
tie
yeah.
people up so they can't like leave.
Well, we'll take our chances then.
Dromar, you pop out the door and down the street. You don't even need your spyglass to see this.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like,
if I can see him. then
Half
I'll
a block down the street, there is Krom sort of stumbling. He's bleeding from things and limping a little bit, but he's running away.
Let's pursue.
This
I
way,
run.
everyone!
and I'll run after him.
I'll follow, because I'm right by the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase as well.
Okay. Then give me a second to set up the chase scene.
Chase scene. Yay! Ooh, this is an exciting fight.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And Dromar hasn't died quite yet.
Not yet. Am I still fairy fired? That lasts a while, doesn't it?
It lasts a minute.
Yeah, it hasn't been a minute yet.
Are you all pursuing?
I am.
I'm definitely
Yes.
pursuing.
Okay.
Is Krom still fairy fired?
Yeah, he would be.
Yes. Yes, Krom is still very fired.
And while Lexi is setting that up, I just want to let everybody know that Calling All Knights is inching even closer to their goal. They now have 208 backers.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, they
So
are
get
getting
on it.
And all of them need to be watching this.
All right.
Yes. Just have two windows open. Just watch this and then go and give all your money to Calling All Knights.
So, here's the order. For anyone who hasn't seen this before, the chase mechanics are fairly simple. I have a set of things that I roll a d100 to determine what happens, and then the players can move up and down this 7-step ladder where the thing they're chasing is always in the quarry spot.
How far?
Good things can happen and bad things can happen. If you fall off of the end, you're out of the chase. You fall too far away to see where the chase leads. People have been placed in the spots that they are based on how close to the door they were when the chase started. So, since you guys have sort of an element of surprise here in that Krom thought y'all would be disabled for a little while longer than you were, and he's moving a little slow, I'm going to give you guys 1 round to take any actions before I start rolling.
How far back am I from him?
You and Nines, because you're both at the back of the warehouse, are both in the very bottom tier of that ladder, and you are probably about 75 feet away.
Okay.
And that's
How
where you
far
are.
am I?
You're about 30-ish feet away where you are.
Okay.
And remember, you can all use your abilities at any time that you want. Just shout them out, but you only get to use each ability that your character has 1 time during the chase.
Dromar is going to, as he begins the chase, he's going to pull out his hand crossbow and fire at Krom.
Okay.
Like in
Roll
the calf
for
or
attack.
something? Or just shoot him?
I guess, like, yeah, do I feel like I would get... So I have advantage because he's fairy fired. Do I feel like if I tried to hit him in, like, the thigh or something, that would make it less likely to hit him? Or... He's a pretty big dude.
Well, I'll put it this way. You can try to hit that, and we'll see how successful you are in making that specific thing happen. I'll make you roll, basically I'll have you roll your attack to determine if you hit, and then I'll have you roll a D100 to see how accurate you were in that.
Okay, so, like, if I hit him, and then the D100 will say where I hit him.
Exactly. And
Okay.
to be clear up front, the higher the number, the closer that you are to hitting exactly where you want.
Sounds good. So yeah, I'll try to hit him in the back of the leg then.
Okay.
To try to hobble him.
Go ahead and attack.
Let's see, so hand crossbow. Glad I have advantage. That's gonna be 24.
That does hit, so roll a D100. Let's see how well you do aiming for that.
That is 76.
Okay, so you come pretty close to where you were aiming, and
Right in the butt cheek.
And since this isn't traditional combat, I'm not going to have you roll for damage on this one, but I will say that all of you get to move up 1 tier here.
Nice.
And it staggers him for a second, and Dromar, this lets you get quite a bit closer. Anyone else want to do anything before I
Get
start?
back here, Krom.
I'm gonna use my feline agility, which doubles my speed
Okay.
for a turn,
All right.
just to move up a space.
Then you can move up 1 tier.
And remember yeah. I guess I'm too far away to Thorn Whip, so I don't know, can I take a dash action? We're already dashing.
The basic assumption here is that everyone
Yeah.
is moving at top
Alright.
speed.
Then that's good.
All right.
No,
First thing
I
that
have
happens.
Nothing else to do.
I guess I'm the only one with ranged weapons, aren't I?
Well, I want to Thorn Whip him, but I'm too far back.
As
I mean, I can still insult him.
Yes, you can.
Krom is rounding the corner into the main thoroughfare, he catches eyes with some of Ludorf's folks. And Ludorf's folks are like, oh, I know that son of a bitch. And they go charging across the street at him.
And he's still glowing bright green.
Yeah. he
very
sticks
visible.
out like a sore thumb right now. And you all get to move up 1 tier as they're
Nice.
now trying to harass him.
I am almost on him.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch.
All right. As you get closer to him, Dromar and Ulseth, I need you to make a dexterity check. Sorry,
Ooh.
a dexterity saving throw. My bad, not a check, a saving throw.
9.
11.
Okay. Yeah, both of you
Never forget.
Both of you come across a drain tile as you're running that's in the street. It's a little loose, and you both trip and fall back one tier.
Of course.
I forget. Do we have like an order that we can do things in, or do we just
We
do
just
things when
shout it.
Just do things as we
Okay.
go. This is fast paced. This is quick. So when you think of something, just shout it out.
I'm gonna take one of my daggers and I'm gonna try to throw that into his leg as well.
All right, same process as before. Roll an attack.
Um, 20.
You hit
24.
if it's a 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah, 24. And this will be, well, I don't need roll damage, so just roll the D100 again.
Yep.
41.
Okay.
Or, no, 47, sorry.
Your aim is a little bit off with your dagger throw as you're running through the streets, you're trying to catch your breath, and you lob it at him. You get kind of close to, because you're trying to like hit him in the leg again, right?
Yeah. Same, basically I was
Yeah.
trying to hit him in the same spot as where the bolt is.
Yeah. You don't get that close. It hits him in the side and sticks in him, and you can see a little bit of blood coming down, and he's hobbled for a second. Y'all get to move up one tier though.
Nice.
And
I'm getting close.
as you do so, a cart that Krom has just run into, he bashes this latch and sends a whole bunch of barrels rolling towards the party. Every single person needs to make a saving throw.
Oh, what kind?
Yeah, dexterity, sorry. Yes, a dexterity saving throw. And sorry, you're far enough back where you get to have advantage on this because you have a little more time to think through this and see.
I'm rolling so low on all my
Natural
saving
20
throws.
plus 1.
Okay,
Nice.
you make it, Dromar.
11.
You fall back one. If you can move Dromar back, 9s.
10.
You move back one.
13.
You move back one.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. I'm glad you caught up with us.
So
Or-
I have multiple daggers. Can I do the dagger thing again or no? Because it's the same like type of action.
Yeah, we'll say that's the same action, so
Okay.
we'll call that the same action.
Am I
Fair
within
enough.
Thorn Whip range yet, or am I off by 1?
You're off. You got to be up into the 3 range.
I want to use Vicious Mockery on him.
That's a 60-foot range, if I remember right. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
Donkey Kong called. He wants his trick back.
Zoom lag at the perfect time. There's a
Donkey Kong!
It was beautiful.
perfect. Let's see. He makes that save, so he just sort of gives you the middle finger and keeps on running, not apparently understanding the joke.
I'm gonna take one of my bags of caltrops, and I'm gonna scatter those. Try to scatter those in front of him.
So you try to throw the bag in front of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw the caltrops in front of his feet so that it
Okay.
slows him down. And
All right, go ahead. And since this is a little bit of an improvised way to use the caltrops to throw them like out in front of you,
yeah,
well, let's do let's just roll a d20, and we'll
D20?
Yeah, we'll just roll like an attack roll. No, do not add your do not add your proficiency bonus, but you can go ahead and add your dexterity bonus to this one.
since it's an attack and he's fairy fired, do I still get advantage?
You're not really attacking him.
You're not really attacking him. You're trying to basically
Yeah.
what you're trying to do is place them in the right spot.
Yeah.
So go
Okay.
ahead and use your dexterity, but no proficiency bonus for this.
Okay. Ooh, nice. That'll be a 24.
Okay. And
I'm rolling great on my attacks. I'm just rolling terrible on
he
all my
rolled
saving
a
throws.
nat 1 on his dexterity saving throw. So everyone gets to move up 1.
The second I hit in this 3 spot, I'm unleashing my Thorn Whip that I've been waiting for.
Okay, go ahead.
And since it's a spell ranged attack, I get advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Both are 8s, but that's 15 to hit.
Okay. That hits. So as you latch onto his ankle and pull him back, you all move up one, putting Dromar right next to him, and he crashes into Krom and grapples around his ankles and brings him down.
What kind of shoes is he wearing?
And that ends the chase.
Like always.
Dang it. I had a plan.
So you guys got him. I'm actually I'm pretty surprised you caught him.
Koromons, are you tired?
Is he knocked out?
No, he's not knocked out. And good job with the fairy fire, because he had an ability to, of course, turn invisible. He's a furbolg, which would have put you guys back 2 spaces.
Nice job.
Well, now since we
done.
did that, before we do anything else, I'm going to cast Tasha's hideous laughter, because I'm going to explain my Donkey Kong joke to him.
While Nines is doing that, I'm gonna try to knock him out by hitting him in the face.
Okay,
So you see,
so you're
Donkey
using
Kong
a spell
is a gorilla,
slot
and
to
he
cast
throws
Tasha's hideous
barrels.
laughter.
Are you using a spell slot?
Yeah, I'm using a spell.
I'm gonna try
I
to.
did not get the joke.
I'm gonna try to save him from this explanation by knocking him out.
All right. Then I'm determining whether or not I'm gonna have any consequences for using Tasha's hideous laughter.
Well, they're getting. Do you want to head back to the warehouse and secure it?
He's not knocked out yet.
Oh, that's true.
No, he's
He's like, our job is done here.
I was thinking we should make sure the unconscious people don't wake
What's
up.
we could.
What's your saving throw for it, Wong?
It's a 14 wisdom save.
14 wisdom save. He fails. So he's
You get to explain.
He is completely incapacitated because he's already prone, because he's fallen on the ground. So he's completely incapacitated. As you explain in detail the fourth wall breaking Donkey Kong joke that you made, that you essentially have your very own Deadpool moment. So go ahead
Go.
if you want to
do this.
fourth wall break.
Well, Donkey Kong is a gorilla who lives in New York City, or at least Mario lives in New York City. And he's a plumber or a carpenter in this. It's kind of unclear.
Donkey Kong's a plumber or a carpenter?
No. The Mario is the carpenter or the plumber.
You mean
And-
Jumpman?
That was
Play the joke here.
Mario's
So anyway, Jumpman Mario, whatever. Like, he's trying to save this girl named Pauline, who's you don't need to ever remember her until like 2 years from now. And then Donkey Kong sees that this carpenter Jumpman is starting to chase after him, starts throwing these barrels that are very conveniently placed on the skyscraper to stop him. So occasionally Mario Jumpman will grab these hammers and hit these barrels, but if he misses, it goes into this flaming barrel that's at the bottom. Okay, and then a fire thing.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
So the sentient fire will now start to chase after Jumpman. And sure, you could just jump over the barrels to get extra points, which is very important because then you can get a movie made about you if you have the highest score. And then turns out you're an asshole and you've just been lying about it the whole time. But then people are like, wait, you're just lying about having a high score? Who lies about having a high score in Donkey Kong?
I like how the zoom
So
slowdown
anyway,
is making you
that's why
sound
I
progressively more drunk.
No, that's not Zoom. That's just
So anyway,
David Wong has like
that's
an
why I said
IV of schnapps.
Donkey Kong called. And he wants his barrels back.
Very good. I hope you enjoyed
Anyway,
getting
should
to
we
do that.
No.
Okay.
So,
And then I knock out Krom.
all right, as you knock out
He can
Krom,
ruminate on that while he sleeps.
he's solidly unconscious for the moment. And with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We've had a couple hours now of basically non-stop action here. Just
Execute.
That's what you come here for. Non-stop action.
non-stop action. So we're going to take a little break, folks. We'll be back in like 15-20 minutes. See you soon. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. When we left off, the group had just managed to capture Krom. Kind of unexpectedly. I was legitimately surprised that he did end up catching up to him.
Well, we needed to explain Donkey Kong to him.
Yes, and then spent like a full minute and a half with a nice fourth wall break explaining Donkey Kong and Mario Jumpman to Krom so he would understand the joke that he didn't get. And that's where we left off, in the middle of the street
He was
with you
laughing
knocking Krom
so
unconscious.
hard by the end of that.
Dromar, now that Krom is unconscious, Dromar is going to tie him up, and once he is securely tied up, Dromar is going to say,
Well, Seth, would you carry him back to the warehouse, please?
Well, yeah. I'm going to change into Magdalene at once in a hidden area and go, you men, you worked for Ludolf. You work for Ludolf, right? We had run past him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did. All right.
They questioned why Koromov was following after him.
They didn't really pay much attention to who was chasing after him. And you don't know, actually, if they've ever even seen Koromov. You don't know. But now, dressed like Magdalene, you're getting real good at that quick change.
I'm in the suit still.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're...
business Magdalene.
Business man.
Oh, business. Business Maggie.
Now I'm just...
Business in the front, business in the back.
Okay. You go up to them and tell them, I'm guessing...
I'm here on behalf... I'm working here on behalf of Ludolf. We need your help.
Okay. Wait. What? Where? Did you guys catch him?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
This is the head of the Thieves Guild.
Well, they're taking care of Krom. I'm gonna gesture for them to follow us. And I'm gonna have these guys help us out with the warehouse.
Yeah. Oh, Seth, can you carry him, please?
Well, Dromar, I do not think I can carry him, but I can drag him. Do you think he will mind?
I mean, he's knocked out. He'll be as fine as he's gonna be.
Yes.
He'll be your Pauline.
Why don't you...
I will.
Pauline, again, can you explain that to me, please?
No, I don't have another spell
I
slot.
will. Ulseth will pull the inert body of Krom along. Kind of, half suspending him by the arms and then just pulling him with his legs dragging.
Okay.
I'm surprised that you can't carry him.
He's also a furbolg. Like, they're the
Yeah,
same.
but like humans can carry humans,
It's literally
depending
impossible.
on the human.
All right.
Are you disappointed in me, Dromar?
So
I
you're
am,
carrying...
Seth, I'll be honest. I thought you could have carried him. You're a big, strapping young lad.
I probably could carry him, but I don't know. I would be
they're
very
having
tired
this
by the time I
discussion.
got to the warehouse.
Yeah.
I think
I'd
this
like
is just much
to be
better for
leading
me.
Yeah,
the
it's all right. I mean, I
Ludolf's men
only
back to
think
the
a little bit
warehouse.
less of you. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay. So you lead...
Thank
lead
you
them
for
back.
that.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And they see the now incapacitated, tied up Krom.
These are the men who broke into Ludolf's and stole his fervent tech.
Oh, we know that one.
Yes, and they're
And
also the ones who were posing as the Thieves Guild.
Ulrich is the one who cares about the Thieves Guild, not Ludolf.
Never mind.
Everyone should know.
Yes, everyone needs to know.
Earlier, I complimented you all for recalling a very minor detail about Koromont's attire from 7 months ago, and now you're like, these are the ones for the Thieves Guild. Wrong person.
Look, Dromar
From 2
doesn't
weeks
care. He
ago.
just wants it very well known that there is no Thieves Guild. These people were posing as the Thieves Guild, and then he's going to collect the bounty on it.
Now then, why don't, since I'm clearly in charge of this mercenary group with an air of authority,
Roll a deception check.
Dromar, why don't you check Krom for any evidence of what they were up to and loose change?
I will search all of them, in fact.
Ludorf's men? What can I call you? What are your names? We're not
don't
important
really
enough
know
to
who
have
you are.
names.
We don't share names with people we don't know.
I work for Ludorf. He's contracted me for the retrieval of his fervent tech, some of which you should find within the crates of this warehouse.
That sounds lovely. I don't care. We will take him back.
No, let him know that his capture was completed by Magdalene.
No, I can do that.
I do not know if we should let them take him.
Why
Yeah,
not?
we
They
might
might
want to take all this stuff ourselves.
they might take the bounty.
Then we'll kill them.
With non-lethal damage.
We work for Ludolf. This is a different one than the one you're talking to. We don't get bounties. Is that you?
We just want to make sure we get the bounty.
If we bring him back, nothing happens. We can tell him Magdalene is responsible.
And we will search this warehouse and bring him his tech.
Oh, well, that will be very pleasant for him later.
Although we should probably,
Search
for our
Ludorf.
own needs, question all of them, or at least Krom. Maybe we should have them bring back the tech, and then we'll bring these people.
That works. Can
I
you
would
do that?
feel better with that.
Okay, so what do you want them to do? You want them to bring back
The stolen tech for that they stole from Ludorf.
Okay. And
then
you
we'll
want to
keep all
bring
the
back
people.
Krom.
And we'll question
And the
people.
others.
Okay, so what's the next thing that you're gonna do?
Okay.
Because
They need to
basically
search
are
the
you bringing
barrels
back
and boxes.
Krom? Are you going back to the warehouse? Like, where's the next place?
No,
you're
we're
going?
going to the
so
warehouse.
yeah, I assumed we were back at the warehouse.
I thought we were at the warehouse.
You're still just standing in the street right now.
Oh, well, let's
Just
go
assume
back.
we're going back to the scene.
We are on our way
Here,
back to the
why
warehouse.
don't we do this to simplify things? Go tell Ludorf that the situation is handled and we'll be bringing him his bounty shortly.
Okay.
And now we'll just handle it all.
Yes.
And we don't have
Sounds
to deal
good.
with it.
So yeah, so we go back to the warehouse.
To the warehouse.
Ulseth dragging Krom very
I
unceremoniously.
think order of events. Check the unconscious people for like letters or
money.
anything like that.
Take their weapons.
Healing potions. 2, we'll check the warehouse while they're unconscious. Well, tie them up, but check the warehouse for Ferventech, including the 2 stolen pieces from the farming families. 3, wake them up and question them based on what
Execute.
we find in the other 2.
Yes. Good plan.
Okay.
Sounds
In
good.
fact, that's the best plan we've had since
And
we
then,
started.
since I assume Dromar will be doing the investigating, I will be continuously pumping guidance into you for this
Thank you,
foreseeable
Soria.
future.
So you're just walking around with your like hand.
I just have my hand on around your shoulder,
there,
just patting.
Okay.
You're doing
You're a
such a
good
good job.
goblin.
As you
You're
get
doing
back
such
to
a
the
good
warehouse, you find the doors still open, and upon entering,
Everything's gone.
you see you see all the crates and things you were expecting. There are no people, however.
They woke up and ran out. Okay, well, we still have Krom.
Yeah. Let's chase all after all the other people.
Chasing! 5 chasings.
Okay, you automatically lose. You have no idea where they went.
Well, let's close the doors and get to work. We can't.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I will search through Krom's person, his pockets, and his
Okay.
everywhere.
Krom's awake
all
now.
his cavities.
You find a furbolg who puts on a brave face but is insecure on the inside.
You search through his pockets. He's awake at this point, and
I knock him out again.
so we're going for full brain damage. Good.
Blamed lamblage.
You.
This is what football players feel like.
Oh no. All right then. Do you actually want to like knock him out
No,
again?
I'm not
Okay.
actually gonna knock him out.
He's not trying to resist. You guys messed him up pretty darn well.
We'll just bind his hands and
So-
feet anyway. But
He's tied up.
I'd
you rifle
already
through his
tied him up.
pockets and things. He has a little bit of money on him.
Do you want to write all the stuff we find down, Soria?
yeah, I got it.
We have it, yeah.
Thank you.
He has.
He's got 6 gold on him. Which is, pretty good walking around money, but
Yeah.
it's not a ton.
Anything else on him?
Nothing of real interest.
I'll take his brass knuckles or whatever they were and hand those to Ulseth.
All right.
Thank you.
I want you to make a perception check.
With
Me?
guidance, because I've been.
Yeah, make a perception check. I want to see if you get this, because you do have them in hand, but the check is above your perception passive.
22 altogether.
You notice on the inside of the ring, a little compartment.
Oh,
I will check it for traps.
Make an investigation check.
With guidance.
23.
There are no traps that you can see.
I will open it.
It's not a compartment that you're familiar with, but after fiddling around with it for a moment or two, you realize that there's a little bit of a pressure switch in there that you have to push in and then kind of pull down on the panel. It's a little weird to get it to unlock. And when you do, inside there is a key.
there's a key in here.
And on the key, it's incredibly worn. There's scratch and scuff marks all over it. There's a ton of corrosion on the back end of the key, on sort of the handle part of it. And it looks like just the faintest little bit of a crest, a family crest, remains visible. You can hardly make anything out of it. It's so covered in corrosion. Just a little fragment of it remains.
Do I recognize the crest at all?
No, you don't recognize this crest. And Jeremiah's not really familiar with any family crests from this region.
Yeah, unless it was the one that we've
No,
seen now.
it is not the Tibok family crest.
Okay.
Krom,
What?
whose crest is on this key, and what is this key for?
Fuck you.
Krom, I was hired by Ludorf to capture you. Now, he only required your head. But if you'd like to go to him intact, I suggest working with us.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna kill me.
Who's gonna kill you?
Ludorf.
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
Oh yeah, he definitely is gonna kill you.
Is there any way that we could protect his life from Ludorf and still get the bounty?
No, I don't think
We
so.
also need to turn him into the other dude too, right?
Not really, no. All Ulrich needed was his fervent tech back and proof of the Thieves Guild destruction. So it doesn't.
And we have their sign.
So it doesn't. Yeah, we have the sign of the Thieves Guild, and
I thought he wanted the head too.
No.
Yeah, I could be misremembering.
yeah, just Ulrich isn't familiar with Krom here.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I thought he just wanted the head of the Thieves Guild.
Oh,
But okay. Well, do any of you have any magical way to compel him?
not anymore. Not today.
Fair enough. Well, we could rest and keep an eye on him overnight and then compel him in the morning.
Well, we also have. If this is you said there's a crest on the key.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you.
We can take it to, let me go in my notes, Hartfeld at the Finest Prince, who deals in heraldry.
Oh, that's true. We could do that.
I had
Yeah.
to go way back of my notes for that one.
So there is a thought that we search for all of the fervent tech
In here.
in here. I see there is a cart that will be handy. That we return the fervent tech to Ulrich if we find his items, and that we hold on to Krom until after we have identified the crest. There is no hurry turning him in. We have him well in control.
I agree. And, once we sleep and people get their spells back, then...
And their mange taken care of.
Yeah.
That is important, or we will turn into rats. We're rats.
Yeah. We don't want to be rats.
Do you have any desire to tell us where things are located within this warehouse?
Why?
To speed things along.
You know what? Go fuck yourself.
I figured.
I'll do that later, don't worry.
Krom has a very limited vocabulary.
Once we're back at the inn, right before bedtime, I like to relax.
Okay.
I did need to know, Droma.
Does the company house have a little cell for holding prisoners or anything?
Not that you've ever seen.
Well, we can find out, I guess.
Droma, why don't we search this room and looking specifically for Ferventech, but also the orb that belonged to the Tibolks, and there's a rod that belonged to the Ulrich's family.
Mm-hmm. And anything non-fervent of value as well, we should look for that.
Yeah, well, of course. So, guidance, and I will assist you in your investigation.
Thank you, Soria.
And I'll stand guard over Krom.
Yes.
How many checks would you like me to roll?
What exactly are you trying to find right now?
So, all the things that Soria just mentioned. Specifically the
orb and rod.
The orb and rod, the two specific pieces of fervent tech that we're looking for. But more generally, all the stolen fervent tech. And then if there's anything else of value that we find, like money or gold trinkets or anything like that.
Here's a perhaps expedient question. Is there any part of this place that you're not going to search, or are you going to take the necessary time to search through all of the...
We'll take
I'm going to
crates
search
and
everything.
boxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll use crowbars, pry up the floors, break through the plaster, everything.
I mean, then in that case...
Tear this place apart!
I'm not going to make you roll investigation checks because you're making a thorough investigation and taking time to do so. So, I don't see any particular need to
Would you like
start rolling dice.
nines to help look too while I guard Krom?
Yeah, we might as well. Or we can start prepping the cart.
I mean, Krom is sitting over there, bleeding out of all sorts of cuts and stab wounds and stuff like that. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
He's got a bolt and a dagger in his back and thigh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
He's got caltrops in his feet.
we're gonna. I put Krom.
Bite him and give him mange.
I put Krom as far away.
Item.
I put Krom in a place which is far from any door that I can, and yet is in view from wherever I am in the room.
And tie him to a heavy box.
Okay.
And I tie him to
Or
something.
a post if there is one.
Yes.
Or just the cart.
Yeah, I tie him to the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all start looking thoroughly everywhere.
So,
Execute.
after tearing through the boxes, this takes you a couple of hours to go through all the boxes, pop them open, see what's inside. Pretty much every crate in here is filled with little scraps of fervent tech. And you kind of get the idea of what your friend at the Fervent Tech Museum had been talking about when she said most of it's just useless, and I didn't really concern myself with its disappearance because it's like fragments of metal, like just
Until
little
Voltrons.
like little pieces of larger devices. Some of this stuff looks like it might be like just spare armor scraps, and the only thing that gives you any hint that it's fervent tech is sort of there's a signature kind of script that's always etched into the side of fervent tech stuff. Every few inches you find this really odd looking flowing script across it. You all have seen it many times at this point, and looking through the pieces of fervent tech that you have seen. It's even on the lanterns back in Whitfeld. And that's the only thing that really gives it away. But it also is warm to the touch. Not hot, just warm.
Yeah.
It's like, pouring a fresh cup
Radioactive.
of coffee and feeling it radiate through the mug.
Like our fancy Dyson Dungeon mugs.
Yes. Beautiful Dyson Dungeons mugs, which may eventually be available for sale.
So,
Everything tastes more delicious out of them. Give us money.
Gives you a pretzel day.
So
you
Ulseth,
search through this and you find those items.
while that's happening, it was Todriana, right?
Yes.
Todriana may be interested in some of these things being restored and perhaps display the rest. I will take the scraps that we find and place them in
One spot.
intact crates in this corner, so that she may come at some point and
Retrieve
look
it.
through them.
We could bring them to her.
If we have time and they fit in the cart, yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
But we should.
There's a lot here.
Yeah, and we should take the more valuable things first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I put them into crates in a corner just so that they're all in one place and safe.
I mean, every single crate and barrel and chest in here, they're all filled with pieces of fervent tech, sort of padded with straw and hay to disguise them and make them seem like, oh, it's just the usual stuff being shipped out of Nordfeld, which does a whole lot of both of those things out of here, and ships them off to places. And it's just, they're basically constantly trying to conceal what's inside and also protect it, hoping that no one investigates too much.
After they're searched and there's nothing that we're looking for, I'll just pile them up.
Okay.
Within each one.
In the back room, there are some locked chests that... Let's see if Dromar can open those up.
Guidance.
There are 4 in total. So,
4 in total.
roll them and I'll
Lock-picking.
tell you how many you can easily open.
Oh, do you want
Nat
to?
20.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well
What did
then,
you say, sorry?
You
I was
can
gonna say you
just
should
have guidance on all of these.
You should just let me do it with the thieves' tools that I am pickpocketing from you right now.
I'm gonna smack your hand away.
No, Soria, not now.
So yeah, nat 20 on the first one.
Okay.
The second one is gonna be 18.
Okay. I'll tell you whether you succeed on them once you're
Okay,
done.
once
So
they're
just
all
go
done.
ahead and roll the others.
$13.
Okay.
Man, these are low rolls. And 18.
Okay, you succeed on chests 1, 2, and 4. 3 was a little too tricky for you. Inside these chests, unlike the other stuff, which is all just various scraps or little fragments, one had like a full lantern, as you'd seen in the street lanterns in Whitfeld. Had like a full piece, but it was like missing all of its other sort of mechanical components that you had seen whirring and buzzing. It was just like the glass enclosure for that lantern. So there wasn't too much interesting out in the other room. In this room, however, you're finding like whole pieces that are similar to what had been described to you by the various families that you've spoken to about their missing fervent tech. And just like they had described to you, when you see these, they're sort of orbs. 2 of them are orbs in their shape, and one is basically kind of like a long rectangular box. And you open up these side panels as you had been instructed and kind of shown. Takes you a moment to figure out the rectangular box because it's different than the others. And you see in them that they all have some sort of little crest that has been emblazoned on it. It seems to be a rather common habit to put it on the inside.
We should take all the ones with crests and try to ransom them back to the families.
Well, wait. So
You
so,
mean
good
receive
guys.
rewards?
So what,
Yes, exactly.
What were all the pieces that we found? There was a lantern piece. You said 2 orbs.
The 2 orbs are in these back ones.
Okay.
The lantern piece is the most elaborate of what you found in the front chests, which are mostly just scraps of things, pretty unusable and unidentifiable elements of fervent tech.
So how many full pieces were there?
There are 3, and maybe a 4th inside a box that Dromar could not open.
And they're all orbs.
Oh, Seth.
No, 2 of them are orbs, and one is a long rectangular box.
Oh, the box itself is fervent.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Seth, would you be able to pry this one open, maybe, with your crowbar?
I certainly can
Tactical
try.
crowbar?
Yes. It is slightly
clarify
rusty, but
for you.
fully intact.
Inside of the box was a piece of fervent tech, and that element of fervent tech is a long, rectangular box.
Yeah, it's
I
not the
will
rod.
assist you, Seth, with my crowbar. So, that might give you some sort of advantage or
And
something.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay. I will use my...
Just make a strength check here.
Does he get advantage because Dromar's assisting him?
It depends
With a
on how
second
you're
crowbar.
assisting.
I'm taking another crowbar and
Sure,
trying to.
he can have advantage then.
And 16.
The chest is fairly sturdy, but you manage to kind of break open a piece of it. The lock doesn't give, impressively so. But the wood around it starts to shatter. And you kind of pry up this corner and bend it out of shape and start splintering the wood. So you can't reach in and pull anything out. It's not a big enough opening, but you could kind of angle it towards a light and see what's inside.
Dromar, can you see what is inside? I will
Can I have
hold
my
it.
lantern back, Seth?
Yes, and I will hold it for you at an angle so that you can see.
Thank you.
I'll take my lantern back and
Okay.
shine it inside.
It's
and
the
kinda
arc.
peer in. Yeah,
This is the Ark.
and then my face melts.
Oops.
Inside of this one, you see something sort of similar to the other boxes. This one is 2 halves of an orb. It's larger than the others, and it seems to have been opened up and put into 2 pieces. There's a whole bunch of little cogs and other elements that are whirring in there, and then in the center of it there is a very dark and fairly large black kind of cube that looks
is a
like
very
it
interesting
might
piece.
be a smaller box,
Well,
but it's
Seth,
definitely some sort of metal.
Can you put it down? I'm going to try taking the hinges off.
I can do
It'll
that.
take a little bit longer, but, if I can just unscrew the hinges, I should be able to open it from the back.
Certainly. I will
Thank
turn
you.
it for you so that you can reach them.
Oh, thank you, Seth.
You're welcome.
I'll try doing that.
Okay. Do you have a screwdriver?
I assume there's something I can use in my thieves' tools.
To the I mean, these tools don't necessarily. They just say things that are useful to thieving.
Yeah, like a screwdriver.
Okay.
Or I assume something in there, even if it's not an actual literal screwdriver, it's like a piece of metal that has a flat end on one side that I could use.
I'll allow it.
Screwdriver.
I'll allow it. Why
Thank
don't you make a strength check
Oh,
to
dear.
see if you can apply enough force. I mean, these are fairly sturdily attached. See if you can apply enough force to remove the hinges here.
With guidance.
Before I do that, I'm gonna put a little bit of. I've got some oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on each one to try to make them a little bit easier to
Okay, so do you
Sounds great.
then like wait a few minutes for that to soak in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm not in any hurry. I'm trying to
Okay.
do this as
Thievery, really.
as best as possible. Yeah. So I'll put some oil on and wait for that to soak in a little bit.
Okay. You do that.
Should I give any modifier to my roll, or just a strength check plus guidance?
Yeah, I'll say that if it does anything, that oil is going to affect the DC, not
sense.
give you advantage.
Makes sense. Okay, let's see. That is 14 minus 1, so 13.
You just can't quite get it to start moving. You can get enough leverage on there where this improvised screwdriver kind of hooks, but you can't get enough to really move it. You just
Hey,
find the
Seth.
tool like slipping.
I will attempt
I
with my
borrow you.
crowbar. Yes.
No, don't
no,
use
no.
the crowbar.
Oh, what is it?
Try, here, let me show you. This is what you should do. Take this, the flat end, put it in this slot here, and just turn to the left.
All right. We saw
Keep
where
doing
the
that.
thing was located
I will do
within
that.
the box, right? Through the crack?
Yeah.
Are there is there space on either side?
Either side of what?
On the box, is it located in the center and there's
Yeah.
open areas on the sides?
I mean, it's all surrounded by little bits and pieces of this sort of disassembled fervent tech.
Okay, but it's is there anywhere that it's far away from within the box?
Okay, just describe to me what
I want to
exactly
hack
is right
it open with my hand axe.
Oh, I probably wouldn't.
I
Is it?
okay. If you were to look in there and try to judge, if I swung an axe at this thing, would I mess things up on the inside? The conclusion that you would come to is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why Drummer was trying to open it from the outside instead of having Olseth continue to.
I will.
Try it.
Yes. I will try the lefty Lucy.
Okay, go ahead. Make a strength check.
With guidance.
Yeah.
Uh, 14.
That's hardly better than mine.
Hardly better.
As you twist, you two are finding that you just can't get the right angle on this sort of improvised screwdriver for these screws. They're really well set, and it just keeps slipping out.
So I'm examining the chest. I had opened up a chunk of it, in the front.
Yeah,
pried
so
some of the boards
picture a
out.
chest, right? And what you have done, if this is the front of the chest, right where my hand is, over in this corner, you got your crowbar in there, we're pulling up on it, and you sort of managed to crush the wood together and splinter it and bend the frame a little bit. So now there's a little hole that you can see into the chest with. And this is all messed up over in this corner. And the lock mechanism and that latch is still holding tight.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
So Fervent Tech is all metal, right?
The stuff that you have seen, yes, it's all, various types of similar metals.
Do I think what I'm seeing inside this box would be affected by fire?
You don't have enough knowledge of Fervent Tech and its makeup and things to know what would happen if it were caught in a fire. So the best conclusion that you, not knowing Fervent Tech, can come to is that, usually fire destroys things, and some things can make it through, but maybe I shouldn't light it on fire if I'm trying to burn this thing out.
Okay,
Since
fair
we're
enough.
running low on options, why don't you let me try to pick the lock?
Okay, Soria. Well, I was gonna wait and do this later, but here's the other set of thieves tools that you wanted,
Thank you.
and I will. I planned. I hadn't told you this yet, but I'm going to train you on how to use these. So I guess this will be your first lesson.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, can I harass Krom to see if he knows where the key is?
Sure, you can.
we have a key.
Funny! Because we have a key, but not the key. Unless Dromar just didn't try
It
that
is sort of
key.
funny that you guys have a key and didn't try it in any of these things.
Like, it would be really stupid if Dromar found this really fancy key and then just didn't try to open the chest with it. And then we
sure
spent
would
like
be
2
stupid.
hours trying to open it when we have a key.
Are you saying
I
that to
know.
Dromar?
I'm just saying it very loudly in front of Krom.
Dromar will try the key. Does it fit?
No, it doesn't. But
Oh.
I do appreciate
At first, though.
I do appreciate that. Like, your first conclusion wasn't, I have this key, I'm just gonna give it a shot. Nah, that didn't work.
It was corroded. We didn't want to break it.
Let's do
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else.
I mean, Dromar knew it wasn't going to work.
Right.
So
So sorry, these are the tools you're gonna want to use for this type of lock. And you're gonna put them in and hold this one steady and then kind of turn the other one. And it's gonna hopefully work kind of like a key and pop open.
I'm gonna give it a shot
Okay.
with guidance.
Yeah.
and now you have the other set of thieves' tools.
Yes, I added them. Thank you.
You're
Do I
welcome.
get
will take
advantage
them.
because I'm being assisted?
I'll say you have advantage, but this being your first time
I know I
using
have
these,
no proficiency.
you have no proficiency,
You do get your dexterity.
and you get your dex.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say that you don't even get your dexterity bonus because
it's
you're
a
not
+1.
You're not trained in these at all.
It's a
So
+1. I don't.
You're just giving this a shot, but you do have advantage because Dromar is helping you out and kind of trying to teach you.
13. 13.
13?
Yep.
Okay.
We are rolling so good. This we just kicked butt. Defeated this
All
whole
right.
gang of people.
Put the
and
box
this
on the
one
cart.
lock is beating us.
Let me try one more time with the crowbar.
All right. I'll let you try the other side with the crowbar.
Is there? No, I'm looking at the back. The one with the hinges. Is there any gap between the lid and the chest?
Now these are pretty well made chests. The only gap right now is the gap that you made.
I'm going to put
Maybe
the
you can
crowbar.
use the crowbar to try to knock the hinges off. Or
Yeah.
pry them off.
I will try to pry off the hinge, one of the hinges.
This box is taking more time than the combat.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
This is almost as good as the bars.
Usually you guys do this stuff
First
on
half of
things that are
episode.
impossible, but this time it's very possible and you all suck at rolling.
We're all
First half of episode is
not even
very
trying.
riveting and exciting. Second half of episode, how long will we spend on this box?
We're all just standing around hitting a box.
Basically what I'm seeing right now is the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey, or the beginning where they're just like hitting the big obelisk.
That time I got an 18.
Okay. Finally progress.
What did I do?
You managed to rip one hinge off and then kind of figuring out what strength it took. I'm gonna DM Fiat that you went to the other one and went.
No, I would like to keep trying
Yeah,
over and over.
Also, for some reason, this box has 14 hinges on it.
I loosened it for you.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
And after breaking off the hinges, you still have the lock in the front, but you're able to kind of twist and manipulate things, and you've just mangled this shit out of it. It's completely unusable. The locking and latch mechanisms are all broken. This is
Here you
just
go, Nines. You can wear it as shoes.
this
I don't want something
basically
you broke.
just a set of splinters at this point.
Technically, little Seth broke it.
The inside, what you see is what you saw in the first little hole that you made. There's two halves of an orb. You kind of figure goes together. The sigil on it is, again, not of the Tibuk family that you had been trying to find.
Were any of the sigils?
No. The
Were
sigils that were there were not the Zweigeld family or the Tibuk family.
Man, we suck at finding stuff we're looking for.
Yeah, we do.
And it does have a crest that you can see clearly on the little orb interior. And this black box you looking at it, you can see that it is made of a metal, but it's kind of rough cut. It's not smoothed or finished. It looks, almost like it was just like really high quality ore that had been chipped out into this shape. It's something like you've never really seen before, and it clearly has just a little clasp on each of its sides that just goes down over a knob to hold it in place. It's not locked. You can freely open this thing up if you wanted to. And it's very dark, black kind of material.
I check to feel if it's hot. Because some of these things...
Everything to do with Ferventech is warm to the touch.
Is this any warmer than anything else?
Yes. Not by a lot, but it is a little bit warmer.
I do not know if we should open this.
So,
I think we should.
Yeah, is this everything in the warehouse then?
Yeah, out in the front larger area, you found a whole bunch of scraps of Ferventech, and this completes it. If you wanted to take time and try pulling up a few floorboards.
Yes.
Okay.
But first, I think we should open this.
I will open it.
Well, he's opening it. I'm gonna stomp around and listen for any hollow sounding floor.
Okay. Well, do Dromar first.
Yep.
Do you want to just take the whole thing off? Do you want to peek in there? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll just take the thing off.
Okay. You unclasp the top lid and pull it open, and inside there's this eerie blue sort of fractured crystal in there that looks a lot like that giant crystal you saw.
Oh dear, this is not good.
And,
My face melts again.
and you're just kind of looking at it. It's just like a miniature version of what you had seen of that massive crystal in Whitfeld. Or
I
up north
will
of Whitfeld.
gingerly close it back up and put it back and say,
Well, we should be very careful with this. This is a smaller version of that big crystal that we found that Commander Soloth was very worried about. So it's probably super dangerous from what he said, and we should probably bring this stuff to him and let him know about it.
What if this is Ludor's stuff and we can get 1,000 gold?
Well, that's a good question. Why don't we...
We could have Zoloth check it out first and then take it to Ludorf.
Well, unless he takes it from us.
Yeah, he could
Then we
definitely
can't.
do that.
Yeah, maybe we should find out what Ludorf's stuff
Yeah, well,
looks like.
I'll ask him, what was stolen from you, because we found a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we don't know what's his.
So
We need to
just
figure it out.
Tell me what you're missing.
And we'll make sure you get it.
Yeah.
If
Unless
we have
it's-
it.
Yeah, if we got it, we didn't find the things we were actually looking for, so it's probably not even here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just taking all of it back to Ludorf?
We'll take the cart to Ludorf with Krom, and
Yeah.
I'll just ask him before we show him anything.
Yes.
Yeah, but first we're gonna check under the floorboards like you suggested, Soria.
Yeah.
But, well, Seth, can you very gently place this somewhere safe?
Yes, I will take that and I will put it inside of one of the other crates and nestle it in the straw and things and close it up.
Thank you. Treat it like a baby.
I'll hand it to him.
Just like
Since,
Zoria's egg.
Yes. Except maybe don't heat it up.
Since we're done searching the warehouse and no one told me to do anything, I'm just going to sit next to Krom and start playing my ocarina very obnoxiously and loudly. I'm not going to ask him for anything.
He just looks like
Jeff.
he looks like someone who is ready to go die at this point.
I was like, well, you have to give me a reason to stop. I mean, I need to practice this thing. Oh shit, I'm holding it upside down.
Can you
Checks
tell?
out. So what do we find under the floorboards? Anything?
Yeah, actually, you find that the floorboards are about 6 inches higher than an original floor. And they're sitting on kind of this floating surface. And underneath, there's a whole bunch of grates that seem to, they're like, they would drop, basically there's like little channels in the floor that are covered in a grate, and they lead towards a central drain as you kind of pull up a few of these things. And
I'll pull one up and I'll say, they're great.
As Surya correctly remembered, this is a converted slaughterhouse, so these were all like drains for slaughtering. So it would channel the blood from slaughtering animals down into a central area.
Is there anything hidden under the floorboards other than the grate?
Not that you can see, it looks like they just covered up the floor.
Okay.
So,
Krom, where is the other stuff you stole?
What do you mean the other stuff?
The things you stole from Tibble.
Yeah.
God, you guys are dense.
Did you send it to Krom already?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what, you think we're just gonna sit on this stuff? No, we move it out of town. Besides, you guys can't do anything to stop it now.
Stop what?
Cormont is taking them back to his benefactors.
Where is that exactly?
He never told me.
Where's Cormont?
He's in a safe place.
Which is where?
We are great at this.
Like, I know that my life is gonna end when you take me to Ludorf. I don't have any particular reason to divulge any more secrets.
What if we could make it so that didn't happen?
Yeah, you guys want to double-cross Ludorf?
Yeah, what if we did?
You know I can change my shape. We can hide from Ludor.
Yeah, bunch of newcomers into this city. First thing they do, piss off underworld bosses. Nice.
Look, we're level 1. We're practically invincible.
Yeah, we know where the Thieves Guild is.
And we destroyed it.
I'm trying to make it better. Wait.
I'm not gonna
We weren't supposed to do that.
double-cross Cormont. He made sure that my family was taken care of. He bought my silence. So
Well, where's your family then?
he just gives you this look that's like, really? Really?
Do I
Mines is looking for one.
feel like he's not gonna tell us anything? Even if pressed.
I mean, you're sort of getting that vibe that this is a guy that got compensated well enough where he's pretty loyal.
I'm gonna bite him.
oh,
Okay.
he'll get rat poison.
He just sort of looks at you like,
Become one with me, red brother.
you guys are weird.
All right. Why don't
Correct.
we have?
So
we
what
can
we-
take the key to Hartfeld.
We have a lot to learn here. We have to find out if this key does anything. We have to find out if any of our stuff
Belongs to
belongs
Ludor.
to Ludorf. And you'll be
Yeah.
asking Ludorf
Yes.
what he was missing. You don't need to tell him that we've searched anything yet or anything, but that, we need to identify it if we see it. We don't have Tibok's stuff. Did we get anybody's? Didn't get Ulrich's either.
Oh, we were
we
gonna
didn't.
sleep and then try to compel Krom.
Oh, and
Yes.
also cure your disease.
And
do-
also
and we
cure our diseases.
Which may turn us into rats at any moment.
All right.
This is annoying. Let's cure their disease first.
Yeah. So
I'm tired of all the rats following me.
Why don't we go back to let's go back to the company house, store these devices,
Just taking the valuable things.
and guard Krom, get Krom secured somewhere. Heal you guys.
Yep.
Cure you guys of your diseases.
Let Todriana know that there's a whole lot of stuff she can look through.
We have a lot of things to do, yes, but we should cure your diseases first, because that will be important, I think. And then we will go to Ludorf and determine what he is missing.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We can
After
just
we
send
try to magically compel Krom, right?
Yeah, we can just have Solath let Todriana know about the warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. So let's go back to the company house then.
Execute.
Execute.
Okay.
And I'll chop his head off.
All right. So you just head.
Make it so.
All right. So you are taking
We're taking Krom.
Krom back to the company house.
We're taking the cart with the good stuff, the orbs,
The lantern and the box.
and this
Okay.
other box.
Sure.
I think those are the only things of value we found.
3 orbs, a box, and a lantern piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
taking
we'll-
those back to the company house.
We can take this key. If we don't get anything out of Krom, we can take this key to the sigil heraldry guy to see if he can identify it.
After
We should probably take these other pieces too, since they've all got crests.
I think all the pieces with crests we're taking. Oh, you mean to him?
yeah, for
Yeah.
identification.
If they're not
We'll just write
Ludorfs.
it down and show them.
After we're not we're rats.
Yeah, I'll just copy all the crests down in my book.
Okay. I mean,
You take
can just
17 psychic damage.
you can press a piece of paper like up against the side
And
do a
just,
little
yeah,
rubbing.
do rubbing.
Like you can do that.
Yeah, just so we have them recorded.
Okay, good. That's
Makes
better than
sense.
hauling this stuff around.
Yeah.
Okay, company house.
Execute.
All right. Back at the company house, the steward greets you all.
Hello, Stuart.
Good evening. Am I doing this right? Yeah, you see another steward behind this one. Nah. Yes. Yes, you are doing this mostly right. But perhaps.
This is a steward in training.
Oh, yeah, okay, so. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Are you new? You
Yes.
should know that we're very important.
Does this
They're
new
not.
steward look?
We are VIPs.
We need
Listen to
to,
him.
we have a few things that we need to request.
Oh, yes, of course.
One, we have a prisoner that needs to be held.
At the mention of this, the more seasoned steward behind this steward in training, he raises an eyebrow. A prisoner.
Yes, for the mission that we're working on for Commander Solon.
But we're not done yet.
Are they a criminal?
Yes.
Then I shall contact the local police.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
We need to interrogate them.
Will,
They can be
is
plenty
there
well
a-
interrogated at a police cell.
No. You don't understand our methods. Why don't we just take him to... Why don't we all stay in one of our rooms tonight, and we'll keep him in there with us, and we'll take turns keeping watch.
If that is what you wish.
Yeah, forget we ever said anything about a criminal.
Yeah, no criminal, no
No
prisoner.
criminal. He's just an old friend that we happen to tie up and bring with us.
As he's noticing like the bolt and the knife and like the bleeding wounds and the like haggard look. It's like
Well,
very
don't
well.
keep shame, buddy.
Number 2 on our list is Commander Solothan.
Yes.
Excellent. And number 3, I
You
require...
should also know we're his favorites.
They're not.
No, we're really not.
And number 3, do you have healing herbs of any sort here?
we have some of still constantly looking back at the other more seasoned steward for advice and just confirmation that he's doing this right. And the seasoned steward just is slowly nodding, agreeing with him.
Seth and I are becoming werecats
They have mange, and I quickly
rats.
list off the list of herbs that I'll need to treat them.
Without like breaking eye contact with the trainer, the new steward is like, yes, we have those things in stock. You can find them in the kitchen on the shelf labeled first aid. In the kitchen on the shelf labeled first aid.
You're doing great, buddy.
I feel personally attacked by this.
Is there like a review card or something that we can fill out?
Is there a what?
A review card that we can fill out for you based on
Feedback
your
form
performance?
of some sort.
At this, the student in training looks terrified. He's like, oh god, a review card. And the more seasoned steward goes, we don't engage in that particular practice.
Well,
Is there a complaint or a compliment that you wish to
I gotta
lodge?
say, A+.
Yeah, perfect job. We feel very welcome.
Just like the shoulders, like the whole body is just like, oh, and becomes much more relaxed at this. Thank you. I shall take that under advisement for his training.
I do believe that Dromar and I could use aid first, very quickly,
Yes.
because we are.
Let's take all this stuff. You guys take all this stuff into one room, and I'm gonna grab the herbs I need and meet you there.
Whose room should we use?
Whichever one is closest.
Yeah.
We go to the closest one of our 4 rooms.
There's not any particular order that I've ever worked out, but we'll just say that Dromar's is the closest. And
Checks out.
There we go.
you gather the herbs that you need from the first aid that they have set up in the kitchen. And meet everyone back in the room.
Before we go, I go, you, who are the new steward,
Yes?
could you please have this laundered for us while we are sleeping tonight?
What do you hand him?
I'm handing
Loincloth, I assume.
Dromar's loincloth.
Make sure you get the,
Just
the ink
cringing,
off of it.
holding this, just like with like as far away from
think the
himself
ink's
as he
going
can,
anywhere.
gingerly as possible, holding it with his thumb and forefingers.
Thank you very much. We will pick it up in the morning, which
Yes,
is your
thank you.
evening, because of,
The
nocturnal.
The more
really
seasoned
needs
steward-
to not have the ink on there anymore. I can't emphasize that enough.
The more seasoned steward reaches over with a metal pair of tongs, grabs them, and drops them in a bag next to the desk. We shall have them laundered for you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. And then I join them in Dromar's room.
I assume
I
I don't
will
need to
scurry up the
roleplay
stairs
medically.
on all fours.
There are no stairs.
I will scurry towards my room on all fours.
You hear the passing comment from the new one. He's like that? And the
More
more
or
seasoned
less.
one just goes, in my experience, yes. And
We have
Nines
not been rats
leads in
before.
close there because he hasn't actually left the front desk. He was like, no, this is not normal.
so, you
Smell like sewer.
you rejoin the group in
You smell like a
Dromar's room.
Fazoli.
All right. I would like to just try and cure their mange with what I have, and I'll add in a little oregano for good effect.
Okay. It's you've treated this many times. You take the mixture of rather I'll describe them as stinging herbs that you need to mix together to cure this particular disease. And grind them up in your mortar. Once you make a nice little paste out of all of this, you gently apply it to the bite wounds that they have. As she does so, it burns quite badly as it's reacting with
I slap
the
you.
open wound.
That be stingy.
Deal with it.
And you tie some cloth around it to hold it there, and put a little bit of this kind of wax seal over it to make just kind of close it up a bit.
Where does the oregano go?
Oh, I just throw it in your face.
You say, bam, kick it up a notch.
All right.
I think we should thank you, Zoria, for making it hurt much worse than it did before. But I do not feel quite so ratty as I did then.
So, as you come down from that stinging sensation and bed down for the evening, you see the sun is starting to creep up over the horizon.
Before we went to bed, I feel like we should have Soloth tell Todriana about the warehouse.
Yes, and we should hit the buffet.
Yes,
And the
also,
shower.
I was gonna ask,
Sorry, could you also maybe wrap my
Alright.
ankle or something
okay.
so that it's not sprained
okay.
anymore and heals up?
Yeah. So while I'm fixing up them medically, I'll also re-splint Dromar's ankle more properly this time.
Again, with the well-stocked first aid kit, you actually find everything you need to make a proper splint to hold a sprain in place. They have nice, flexible pieces of wood that can be pretty easily shaped to hold everything in place.
And I'm
Would
just
you be able to make some sort of healing herbal balm to, bring down the swelling or something?
if they have the ingredients.
They do have some anti-inflammatory herbs here.
I'll mix in some
That-
oregano. And...
kick it up a notch.
You know that you could either apply it as a cream, or you could just ingest it and it would be fine. It would, taste a little bitter.
Oh, then the ingestion part.
But so you spice it up with some oregano
How about both ways?
and make
Double the chances.
make kind of a bitter oregano tea with it.
Uh-huh.
My favorite, bitter oregano tea.
Oregano tea.
I mean, it was just going to be like this
delicious.
bitter, like anti-inflammatory sort of tea, but then there's oregano in it because this is becoming sort of his signature.
Just like Emerald used to make.
I yell
Strang is
out.
just walking around. Bam.
I have gone into the buffet. Okay.
Okay.
I go, Nines, you who are nines, you will be pleased to know that there are still some fritters left and 2 pretzels.
Since when are there pretzels on it?
We go over and have a pretzel day then.
I have a
I'm
pretzel.
not gonna stop this. I'm just gonna allow. There's pretzels. Sure, why not?
Fair enough.
Instead of dealing
Well, they're famous in this
have
part
a
of town.
pretzel.
I'm just gonna scrawl him a note explaining that Todriana's stuff is in this warehouse and directions, and just have the steward give it to him rather than make a big deal out of it.
Not that you had asked the steward, but Soloth isn't actually in at the moment.
Well,
So
I did ask,
you can-
and the training steward said yes.
I thought you hadn't asked, but
No, yeah, and then I said we were his favorite, and then
I'm
The
sorry.
steward said no.
I didn't think you had asked.
And we
that.
said, oh, yes, we are. And then the
he is
steward said no, and we
nonetheless
said,
not
oh,
in.
So the
definitely we
steward
are.
was confused. Got it.
Basically, yeah, we'll just
Well,
call it that.
we'll leave him a note to give to Solo, just to explain it. Then we don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it.
He might still be with her.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What be doing though?
Hey, probably.
You know.
From what I know, drinking wine and chatting.
Yeah.
About things. About.
Yes.
Also,
She
He's
wanted
one-
to exploit her thieves guild.
also Soloth has a husband.
Yeah, you do know that.
oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
Whatever.
I am glad that these pretzels were still fresh.
Now we
At the
bet.
thought of these new pretzels, you kind of like tap your coat for a moment and pull out this very now soggy, sad, sewer-smelling little last bite of pretzel that has a little cheese on it.
That wasn't there this morning.
It's just, you have this one final bite of the pretzel you had previously purchased from the stall.
Well, I discard that and eat a fresh pretzel.
Oh,
I thought I'd get to cure another disease.
All right.
Oh, that's named after
I'm
Olsa.
looking forward to the end of day pretzel day check when we
Well,
go to bed.
we're at that point.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else you guys want to
I
do.
think we all just take turns taking baths and watching
And going-
Krom, and then go to bed.
Washing our clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We de-sewerify ourselves.
So
Yeah.
Or
take a little
or
bit
is
to-
it de-sewerate?
it's
no,
whatever the
sewer
hell you-
nines.
That's what it's called. You know what? That made everyone groan. Go ahead and have DM inspiration for that.
Hooray!
Because
I don't usually make puns, but when I do, I get DM inspiration.
Now we sleep.
You take some time to clean yourselves up. Do you bother to clean Krom up, or just let him?
No, we want to know where he is.
Yeah.
He hasn't left.
Well,
No,
I
we're
know,
gonna
but
keep him in with us in our room.
Like,
Well-
you have him tied up in your room, just sitting in a corner.
We clean him up and I bandage him up and stuff.
Yeah, I'll take my bolt and dagger back.
Okay. You manage to treat his wounds.
And I'll take my caltrops out of his feet.
And as you bed down for a night's rest and you see the sun rising up over the horizon, go ahead and make your pretzel day check.
just a plain 20.
Yeah, just
Pretzel day.
a
I got
plain
15.
plain
I
20.
think that's a pretty good pretzel day.
I got. Yeah, baby.
You got a nat 20?
I got a nat 20 on my
Nice.
Okay.
pretzel check.
Nines, you're having a very fine day. You don't know if it's up to pretzel day quality. But Ulseth, you take, as you're like falling asleep, you're laying in bed, munching on what is your new favorite snack. You didn't have pretzels out in the Fervent Wilds, and these are amazing. They're soft and doughy, and they have some salt on them, and you're just like, oh, this is the best. That you lay back with your head on a nice soft pillow and a good comfy bed, eating this pretzel, and you realize that this is a pretzel day.
And I
And
just
then you choke
quietly
to
go,
death.
I am having
And you
pretzel
too can have
day.
DM inspiration because you got a nat 20 on your pretzel day check.
Hooray!
And on that wonderfully high note, we're going to call the session there. As you close out that evening and treat Krom's wounds and find yourself deeply inspired, moved, enlightened into a pretzel day.
And Ulseth is feeling better than he has ever since the day he met Lanferan.
Even though he's still heavily damaged.
Yes, but the magic of a long rest will heal everything.
Thanks to not having mage anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, long rests in D&D are so good. It's like, I'm on death's door, but all I need to do is sleep for 8 hours and I'll be fine.
That's right.
I really hope no one interrupts that sleep.
Yeah.
And technically, according to the rules, a long rest does not necessarily mean sleep. It just means that you get 8 hours of incredibly low activity. You could be up having a wonderful conversation the entire time. As long as you don't take a point of exhaustion from doing so, that counts as a long rest. So you could just sit and have a lovely glass of your favorite bourbon or a nice sweet and sour lemonade and, stare off in the beautiful mountains and feel just fine.
I'm having pretzel dreams.
Jomar is never going to sleep again.
8
He's just
hours
gonna
of
be
pretzel dreams.
bloodshot eyes. But he'll be immortal.
I think you still take exhaustion after a while if you don't sleep.
Fair.
Not Tromar.
But
That is true.
I think,
Not
I think elves only have to sleep for 4 hours of it.
And they actually
According
don't
to
even
game
sleep.
rules.
They do
Like a
they
meditation.
meditate. Yeah.
So,
No,
On that
furbolgs
note-
sleep.
to enjoy your pretzel dreams, and thank you all for joining us. We're glad you were here. We will see you next week, and we love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.